Let me see that. Okay, we live. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty,
Jamar 4. Hi.
and we are here for a pop culture. We haven't done one of these in quite a bit because we've been on our interview game for a while now. So we ain't really did no hot topic type of show in quite some time now. We ain't did one in a while, but we doing one tonight, and we have some things to discuss at the end of the show, which has something to do with the show and us two all together. Okay, because the people think that they will get into that at the end of the show. We'll get into that at the end of the goddamn show. We ain't even gonna go into all of that. But I will say, because since we're on air right now, I never had the chance to speak with Jamar about this. But Jamar, have you ever thought about when we do our shows, we allow people to like quote unquote call in like that live that I did that day when you came on towards the end, and I let people come on and give them a few minutes to speak on something and then let them go and let the next person come in. Would you be willing to do that, or is that a bit, you never know what type of shit somebody gonna say?
That's true. And because it's live, you can't edit it out if it's
Mm.
foolishness. We could try it out. I'd say maybe give it like do the 3 strike system. Like, we'll try this, but if 3 times we get some bullshit,
We ain't doing it no
I
more.
ruin it for everybody.
Yes.
But
Okay.
that would be a great aspect. I will definitely try it with just the two of us and maybe expand it to the interview because we don't want nobody calling in and saying nothing crazy to our guests either. So,
Especially not the ones we got next week.
because let me tell you, you will be cut off so fast.
Especially not the guests we got next week. No.
Nope.
No man.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Not at
When I tell
all.
you,
That
when
would
I
be a
tell you
great
that's
thing to
something
have,
that we
though. I ain't
don't
gonna.
fucking, when I tell you that's something that we don't fucking need, that is something that we don't fucking need. Okay, listen. Okay, uh we don't need that at all.
It
But
would be great, though. It would be a great interactive
it will. I
option.
think that it could possibly help us with our um audience interaction because I know a lot of the time sometimes people get all mad and shit because we ain't looking at the chat or whatever, and or not really not looking at it, or because we're not answering, acknowledging comments even though we see them. It's just that we're trying to focus on the show itself, so we really don't be having time to just look in the comments and say whatever. And Jamar's doing his from the phone, so he don't really see the comments like
I can
that.
see them now because I usually
Yeah.
have the chat
Oh,
on
okay.
my laptop. This is usually how I'm able to keep up with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't see shit.
Oh well, okay. Okay.
So that's how I keep up with everything.
Okay, well he got it then. He got it. So like I said, we have quite. Oh, that's funny. That shit is in the background. I didn't know it was gonna be up there, but it is.
You might as well. Shit.
So I'm guessing because Chase in Atlanta just went off and it just went right on into our show. I guess I don't know, but anyway. Um, However, now that we're starting the show, I guess the people gonna come in as time go on. I don't know if they didn't get notifications or what, but we did start a little bit late, child. They probably over our ass, but neither here nor
It's
there.
fine. It's
Yeah, but
they'll be tuning in the next couple of weeks.
oh yes, they will, child. Yes, they will. But
Okay.
however, what you want to start off with, Jamar? Which topic you want to start
Um,
off with?
I want to actually knock out the Soul Train Awards out the way, and then get into the nitty gritty because that's like the light.
Okay, so we're gonna get the light out first. Okay,
Mm.
now with the Soul Train Awards, the main reason why I was looking at the Soul Train Awards is mainly because of the fact that Monica was taking home her Lady of Soul award that night. And as a person that's a big fan of Monica and a person that's aware of how her career has gone, she has never really gotten her flowers like that. She hardly ever gets to win awards when she's nominated for awards, but she doesn't always get to win any awards. She doesn't really get praised as much, as some of her counterparts, like I may say, like a Brandy or an Aaliyah or someone like that. She doesn't really get the same type of respect. I guess that's the correct word as the others does. It's kind of like with Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans. Faith Evans is a great artist in her own right, but she never really gets her flowers the same way Mary did. And of course, her career was not as huge as Mary's, but she's had
Mm-hmm.
success in her own right. But people like the Soul Train Awards. She also got her Lady of Soul Award from the Soul Train Awards or whatever, and I was happy to see that Faith was recognized as well. And one thing that I can say about the Soul Train Awards is that they do recognize a lot of black artists when we run to the Grammys and we run to the Billboard Awards and we run to the American Music Awards and they don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Run to the MTV Awards and they don't give a shit about us. And we steady keep going to these fucking award shows thinking that they're going to
Think,
acknowledge
oh, this is it.
anything that we do.
This is the big
Anything.
time.
Right. Anything that we do, they're not going to acknowledge it, but we still take our ass to those major award shows, but we don't give our own award shows a chance. Like, the BET Awards is called the EBT Awards, as funny as it
They've given
is.
up on the BET Awards. I feel like the Soul
Yeah.
Train Awards, at least right now, is going to be the blackest spot with that gets the most respect. Because BET just, as a fuck the awards, the
The
network
network.
itself
Mm.
has been a laughing stock for about a decade.
Yes.
So
Would you say a decade? Would it be a little bit more than a decade at this point?
it probably has been. It
Because
really
I can't remember the
Simple.
last
It
time I.
started to go downhill roughly at the end of last decade, like 2008, 2009. Because I remember 2008 was like the last time that Rihanna was there. So that last few years, I think 2009 and 10, one of those years is when Alicia got up on there pregnant as hell singing Unthinkable. So it's just been like a bleh since then.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
say that the last time, there was a time where when I was young, my TV was on no other channel but BET. No other channel. I didn't watch it. I thought MTV was whack. I thought VH1 was for old people. I wouldn't watch it. I stayed on BET. I may change the station for a quick second to turn to Nickelodeon to look at the Rugrats and look at Hey Honor because I don't give a fuck. I watched all those shows till I was at least 12. So I kept it on BET. Then I
Shit.
might just
Shows
switch.
today.
I look at them on Hulu. I look at Rugrats on Hulu right now, and I remember every damn word to each episode. Okay, but I
Baby,
will
every
swing
single one.
on over there to
And let
to
me
to
tell you this.
uh to
Like,
Nickelodeon from time to time.
I didn't realize how sickening this was until I got into an adult. Angelica would fuck around with all them babies, right?
Right.
But the one bitch that she could never try was Miss Susie Carmichael, bitch.
Fuck Susie.
I don't give a look. Susie Carmichael was the only bitch that could get Angelica together. She was the only one that
What we
she
not gonna
knew
do?
not to try.
What we not gonna do is that.
I said what I
That's what we
said.
not gonna do. That's what we not. But you know what? We're gonna say that for another day. We may have a segment for classic cartoons. That'd be a good segment for us. That'd be a good show for us to talk about the cartoons from yesterday that we grew up with. Like I would love to do. Would you be willing to do that? That'd be a good show.
I had to go back in the vault, bitch, because like, off the top of my head, I was a Red and Stimpy girl, All Real Monsters, Rocco's Modern Life,
I
Doug.
thought I was the only one that loved our real monsters. Like,
Man,
oh my god.
that teacher was a queen with not one, not two, not three, but four high heel pumps, bitch.
Oh, exactly. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
just stop right now. We're gonna fuck up and forget what we talking about tonight. But we're gonna do that show. We just had an
That's an
idea.
idea right there we just came up with.
We doing that show, and I don't know if we're gonna have a guest for it tonight. It might just be us two, but we doing that show. We doing it.
Mhm.
But however, I would say, but going back to what I said before, I think the last time that I really, really looked at BET like that and kept it on my TV like that, it had to be 2008 or 2009, whichever year that was, when Keisha Cole came out with the very last season of The Way It Is. It
It
had to
is.
be 2008. It had to be because she came out with a different me that same year, so it had to be 2008. Now, no, 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 no.
Oh yeah, it
I
was.
give it 2009. That last season of College Hill was probably the last time I just watched BET heavily like that.
Hmm.
2009. I'll say 2009. So basically, you were right about it being a mess
Hmm.
for the
A
last
day.
decade. You on point.
Because I'm thinking like it's been roughly that long since it's done anything.
And it used to be an event like everybody used to watch that, but I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know if it's because we've gotten older. Because for me, it's hard to watch the BET Awards because I don't know who's performing. I don't know any of the
It's been a combination of who's performing, who's setting up the show, and then it also it's not even just the award show, just the network itself just started to put programming, and they were showing like all the Medea movies over and over again when they had nothing else to really put on the network.
Baby Boy,
Baby Boy every in the middle of the night like 4 a.m.
all the Fridays.
All the fried like just like classic Brown Sugar, like classic Love and Basketball, which we like, but it's just like, do I want to see Love and Basketball 4 times a week?
It's like you don't even need the DVD. All you gotta do is watch BET and it'll be right there in your face. You don't
You
even need
really
it.
don't like.
Like, are you serious?
And I
Yeah.
love these movies, but
Mm-mm.
I'm sick of the same shit
Can't do
again.
it.
But
Now, with it being COVID-19, we really didn't know how they would do the Soul Train Award. How they would set it up. We really didn't
I
know.
had an idea only because of the way that they did like the American Music Awards and like some everybody pretty much just gets to pre-film their set.
Okay.
I think with the Soul Train they did use the same stage,
Mm-hmm.
but I saw everybody just like separated with their masks and stuff. So they had somewhat the closest. This is like the closest to a regular award show with an audience and a performer all year long. I think everybody else has been virtual, especially like the larger ones, like the Grammys, the AMAs, the VMAs, and things of that nature. They've all had to do pre-recorded shit, so people were lip syncing their lives away. But at least Monica and Brandy were live, and some of the other performers.
Well, the way they did Soul Train was they set it up like some type of cafe type of thing, like some jazz
Hmm.
cafe type of thing. It was kind of intimate, if you to say the least. That's what I think. So I think that's why I enjoyed it. And the only thing about it was it's an award show, but they didn't really give out many awards. It
We
was
don't care
mainly
about
about
those.
the performances anyway,
We
huh?
don't care about those.
the,
We don't.
the
We
only
care about
award.
an Oscars. If somebody wins a BET award or a Soul Train award, who cares? Am I
You are so mean.
am I wrong?
You not, but still.
But and back to what you said about Monica not getting her flowers. I don't think that's because Monica, even like Brandy and Aaliyah. I mean, of course, we wouldn't have known what Aaliyah would have done if she's still been alive. But they came out and they peaked in a time where the genre of music that they fit the best in was at its peak, and
Yeah.
it will probably never go to that place again. So their market has shrunk significantly. And it doesn't help that the music that they have released after, that period of time the music is over, not really been their best stuff. Monica had a resurgence, was still standing, but those that afterward, the audience was kind of like, yeah. And people weren't really feeling 211. People aren't really understanding the B7 vibe that she's given. It's grown on me a little bit more, but it's still not Angel of Mine. It's not Never Say Never. It's not Full Moon. It's not After the Storm. It's not those eras that were like definitive when they were like the it bitches. It's just like it's not going to be that anymore. Ageism, they're older now. Their audience is more mature. The buying public doesn't care, unfortunately, for X like
And
we do.
now they're urban AC artists now. They're not going to get played on regular radio anymore, especially being that they're now 40 and 41. They're not going to get played on urban radio anymore. The last time a 40-year-old that I know of that came from our era of music was played on urban radio was Mary J. Blige. And that's when she came out with Mr. Wrong. And after
It was
that,
featuring Drake.
it was featuring Drake, so she got to get played on urban radio, and that was her only song off that entire album that was able to touch the Hot 100. Period. That's the only one, and like you said, it's because of Drake.
I'm surprised. Well, it wasn't really the best song. I'm actually the song that she did with Beyonce went nowhere, but then it wasn't really that
She didn't
great.
release it.
Well, that's a woman.
I love that song. I thought it should have had a single treatment, but that's neither here nor there. Like she opened it with 25/8. Well, Someone to Love Me was really a buzz single for that album. I don't know if they counted or not, but it was 25/8, then Mr. Wrong, then a song with Rick Ross, and then the song Don't Mind, which is overshadowed because of the whole crispy chicken
I
mess.
thought I would
So
have capitalized, bitch. I would have recorded a video for Don't Mind and had Burger
she
King in the back.
did. See, you didn't even know she did a video for it. She did. See what I'm saying? So, and I think the album that came after that was the whole London Sessions mess that nobody cared about.
Girl, Mary, Mary swore up and down. She was like, bitch, I went over to the UK. I got this whole new sense of music, all this new inspiration. I'm going to do stripped down and sing this thing.
Not at all. I don't know what the hell she was doing, but that wasn't it.
I was like, Mary, if you don't get your ass back over here to the States,
Because that wasn't she. And I
which she got
like
it back
listen,
together with Strength of a Woman, but
even
it
then,
didn't last.
yeah, one video for Thick of It.
She
You
didn't
plus
do it. She didn't do Indestructible. She didn't do
you
Me.
plus
What's that song? Me,
you
myself,
plus
and
me. You plus me, right?
yeah.
No video, just radio play. No video. And that was a number one song on number one adult R&B song. Number
What was
one.
that other song? It was like track number 3. Something about See
Set me
You.
free. No video, just on the radio, and she performed it. And
I loved that song.
you know I did. You know I did. Listen.
I was like, okay, Mary, yep. But Indestructible was that girl.
Oh,
You
it still
really
is.
let that slip on by,
Like
girl.
when that album first came out and I saw you post it, I'm like, I know that's my bitch because that song right there just
I was
resonates with
like,
my
yep,
fucking
we see each
soul right
other.
now. Yeah.
we see
Oh, I'm like, yes, bitch,
we
yes.
see each other, bitch. Yes.
Yes. So, okay, I know we're talking about the Soul Train Awards, and since Monica and Brandy both won awards that night, what would you? And I don't know if we ever discussed this, and we were talking about Brandy and Monica earlier in the summer when they did their verses, but we all know that Brandy was the bigger star as when they were teenagers.
Hmm.
What do you think was the block as far as Brandy is concerned when they were transitioning into adult acts?
Her
Because
hitting the man with the car. Girl,
what
when she hit that lady with that car, whoever it was, girl, they were not fucking with her
do you
sister.
think it was that? Because the whole lie about the marriage
Well,
came
that
before
didn't
that.
help either.
Yeah, that came right before that. So they
That didn't
haven't
help
been
either.
aphrodisiac.
And it's it was really an unfortunate because they tried to make Brandy this picture perfect like black dark-skinned girl, and because she had gotten pregnant before she got married, they tried to make up some shit that she really didn't even want to do. But since they, the pressures of the label and stuff she was making her money from, she did it, and it backfired, and it was just a mess.
And I feel like some people probably never really forgiven her for that either. Like,
And I feel like the whatever backlash they were like so afraid of doesn't amount nearly to the amount of backlash that she actually got for lying. So you might as well just came out like, look, I got knocked up, but here, listen to this song
basically,
now.
like I don't like I get it, as an adult and us knowing, well, me and you knowing knowing the business, I guess, and what they want to do, or us studying the business or trying to break in the business, I guess. We know how these things go. When you have a certain image that you're putting out there, like she was America's sweetheart or whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and America's sweetheart wasn't married when she got pregnant. So being that she wasn't married, they looked down upon that. It's the same thing with Whitney Houston. She was also America's sweetheart, and when she got with Bobby Brown, it was a mess. Everybody was mad because she got with Bobby Brown,
That's
but
what
not
like
knowing that
y'all
that was who she really was at her core.
y'all just stop making these people be these pillars of perfection. These are real people with real problems. They just so happen to be talented. Okay, but people like to people like to live their life. They're not about to be this model,
Like
this
I hope nobody putting us
old
on no
model, all
damn.
that shit.
Like I hope ain't nobody putting us on no damn pedestals. We
Y'all
gay
know,
as
hey,
fuck. We get drunk.
y'all
Some
know better than
people.
that. I do drugs. I take we participate in premarital sex. We drink alcohol. Like
Sometimes fight, which I haven't done in almost a decade. I'm proud of myself for that.
truth be
But
told, I have never gotten into a physical altercation. Verbal, yes, but not physical
that's a great thing.
because I got to keep my money maker. All right,
That's
I'm not.
why I'm not. I'm like I'm not doing this fighting stuff. Like anytime.
Especially now, like, bitch, I turned 30. Girl, bye. I call the police.
But you know what? I'm gonna bring. You know what? Being that this is a pop culture show, I'm gonna bring something up, but I'm not gonna bring it up right now. I'm gonna wait towards the end because me and you had this conversation, and I think Maddie had this. You and Maddie also talked about this on y'all on the live the other day. But
Uh,
we'll talk about it down the line. But how do you think? Okay, now back to Soul Train. Do you think Brandy was singing live, or do you think she was lipping? Because there are people saying that she was lipping
yeah, I
it.
thought she was singing live. I thought she was actually like, I thought it was strange that she let the backing track sing most of the chorus, but I think because she wanted to sing like a lot of the harmonies or like that, she was singing more of the ad libs. To me, I
Hmm.
feel yeah, yeah. I mean, Brandy, as far as I know, is not known for lip syncing. She doesn't have to lip sync.
But some artists do tend to get on stage and want to lip sync, and it's supposed to save the voice. They don't want to put too much pressure on the voice, or if they're on tour, they don't want to sing live. Like K Michelle does it. I hate it when she does it,
I
but she
feel
does
like
it
when
too.
you lip sync, you can usually tell, but I felt, well, at least Randy in particular for this performance, I don't think so, only because of how much of a gap there were when she would sing and put in front of the microphone and how she let the song, the backing track sing the chorus and she would come in. It sounded live to me.
Hmm.
If she's ever done it, I don't know, but that particular performance, I don't think so.
Okay, how do you feel about her winning the certified award, whatever that is?
Again, awards, Soul Train, we don't care. It's
What?
great.
Okay, well,
Glad.
since you okay, well, we don't care
It's an
about.
accolade.
But
Congratulations.
what do you? Okay, let me just say this. What do you think about Monica's award, the Lady of Soul award, and her performance? I know you said we don't care about the awards, but this award was the more important award. Let's just say that. So,
Mhm.
what did?
I
How
mean,
did you
I'm
feel
glad. I
about?
mean, she should have gotten it, because she was given, the longer set. She was able to, showcase more songs through her discography. So, I mean, it's great. I mean, any R&B award that we can give to the R&B veterans while we still can, and they're not, 6 feet under, go for it. Go for
I'm
it.
just a little bit annoyed that she didn't perform "Why I Love You So Much" because that's probably my favorite song by her. But she up here performing "Trenches." But I know she
Trenches,
got to sing it to promote though.
Trenches is awful. The
Oh
song is awful. The
my
video
God.
was awful.
Well, the video looks better than Commitment did. I can say that much.
I don't even, Commitment came out like the beginning of 2019,
But it was
and the
better.
album still ain't here.
I'm over it at this point. She just gonna she fucking releases it. I'm not even looking
She
for
done
no date.
changed the title and everything.
Right, like
Wait a minute, she's not even 40 no more. She's not even 40 yet.
she is 40. She just turned 40.
Oh, is that
And I
what?
told
I
her,
remember the album was supposed to be called Chapter 38. Has it been that long?
yes.
Child.
Okay. I'm like, bitch, as well self-titled the motherfucking call it a day.
Honestly.
So, but I'm just glad that Monica got recognized for her award because I said this the other day, but that kind of made like when you get your flowers after being the underdog and being underrated for so long, it means a lot. It's just like when I hit 10 years and within a week span, and all those people were on my live that night, and everybody was in the damn comment section. Me and you are underdogs in this shit. So to see people give me my flowers and congratulate me and all this other stuff, that was amazing.
Hmm.
And that's more, and we have more to this discussion towards the end of the show. But like, listen, because bitches, we ain't going there yet, Scotty. We ain't going there yet. But all in all, though, I do appreciate the Soul Train Awards. I honestly do. Like you said, that's probably the blackest award show we got at this point. But
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I do miss the big audience because for Monica to get this type of recognition, it would have been nice to see the industry and the audience.
I feel
You know,
like it had we given the chance to gather, they would have, because people, even though like their new music may not sell the way that it used to, like the general public of listeners who are at least 21 years old respect Monica, Brandy, and really, somebody else who doesn't get their flowers, bitch, but was sickening because I saw the video come up on Twitter. Y'all don't give Maya her shit either.
I knew you was gonna say Maya. I knew you was gonna
Y'all
say Maya.
don't give Maya her
I
shit
knew it,
either.
but they don't though. They don't,
Y'all
and
don't give it to Maya. Y'all don't give it to Tamia. Y'all don't give it to Kiki and Angela Stone.
especially Angie Stone. Like,
Like the R&B, Jill Scott.
listen, listen.
Y'all give it somewhat to Alicia Keys for the most part. I think she gets more than the rest of the girls. Shut up. But shut the fuck up. But yeah, girl, like oh, and I'm glad that people are recognizing what Jasmine Sullivan's doing right now.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I
They
watched her
definitely
perform
are.
too, bitch. I was like, mm, mm.
I just what I hate about this about as far as Jasmine Sullivan is concerned, she's overlooked and has a good catalog of music. And what's the killing part to me is when she first came out with her very first album and she was nominated for like 5 fucking Grammys and didn't take home not one. That was just so annoying to me. And the fact that she was nominated for a song like Lions, Tigers, and Bears for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance, and they gave it to Single Ladies by Beyonce, and that was
I
not
mean,
urban. That's not an
I
R&B
it
song
wasn't an
at
urban
all.
song. It
It's
was not
not.
an urban song at all. But they were
But
gonna find a reason to award that song for something.
that's what I'm saying. It's like like that's why I don't really see it for award shows like that because I always felt like it's always going to be a popularity contest. It's not
It
always about the
is,
content like it should be. It's always going
but
to. a popularity contest.
This
Always.
is this is what I take from it. You know, even though the popularity contest, if anybody just ever discovers her and wants to check out, you know, her catalog of music, the music is still going to be good,
Always.
awarded or not,
Always.
awarded or not. Her first album was good, but that second one,
I can't choose between the two, to be honest. Them first two. Ooh.
mm,
But the second one, since you were talking about the second one, give me my love back, my love back. You think I love you, but I don't. Help somebody.
listen, even though Circles or Holding You Down was on the radio 24/7 back in the
It
day,
was, it was.
it's still my shit. Ooh, 10 seconds? Girl, let me go ahead and make sure I play this album when I get up off.
Listen, I might play it on my way to work in the morning.
And look, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion for sampling Circles on her new album.
She did?
Mm-hmm.
Which song, child? I
It's
haven't
a
listened
song. It's
to
a song
all.
on there called Circles that
Oh,
samples Jasmine Sullivan.
one of my best friends love that song. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But she,
And she sampled. Do you listen to? Did you listen to a lot of Adina Howard?
yeah, I do listen to it in Howard.
She sampled "Freak Like Me."
Oh no, she did.
Yes, she
Oh
did.
Lord. Oh, and oh my God. Obviously you didn't know because you didn't know I listened to Dina Howard. But everybody that knows me back home knows that I love some Dina Howard, especially a freak like me. That's my
Freak,
shit.
freak. It's really. I only know like a couple of songs that I was exposed to. I probably know more than I think I do. But it's "Freak Like Me" and
Child,
"Her
Dina
Panties."
Howard is a one-hit wonder, child. It's not like she got that many
Uh,
songs for you to
was a
remember.
T-shirt and panties was a one hit?
A freak like me was her biggest hit. T-shirt and
Uh,
panties was an underground hit.
really? That
Yeah.
was baby T-shirt girl. But anyway, oh yeah, she sampled that. It was her and SZA.
Who?
Girl, listen to the song. Shit.
You know I don't fuck with scissors like that. So
That's fine, but you're gonna listen to the song and stream her. Girl. She giving you some nasty samples on this damn album, I Live. Just letting you know, since you like Freak Like Me so much, correct?
I do. But why scissors had to be on it though?
Girl, shut up and listen to this. If YouTube would let us play it, I would play it on here, but you know.
You know we ain't trying to get copyright strikes and shit like that, child. But
Uh,
another thing about the
it's,
Social Awards, Ella May performed. I don't care. I just I don't.
you did not have to dismiss that poor child like that.
Ella May, and I mean May by Meh. I I did like Booed Up. I
I
did
even like
like.
Trip, but they sounded
I
the same.
love Trip. Trip is. I actually feel like Trip is the better song than is a better song than Booed Up. That's what I think. But I can't get into her like that. I don't know why I can't, but I cannot get into LMA. I did not like Shot Clock at all. I hate this song.
I
I
didn't
did
like it
not.
either. It wasn't my. I was like, people are just going up for this song, and I'm just like,
Like, I don't know.
all right,
I don't know why I can't get into her like that, like everybody else does. I can't.
I don't
It's
either.
oh, so it's not just me. Okay, it's a dude
I
that
don't.
was up there performing by the name of Lucky Day. I had never heard of him before, but he was sampling the Tony Braxton record. He got a song called Shoulda, and he samples Tony Braxton's "Love Should Have Brought You Home." And I like the song. Not only do I like the song, I like the way he look. Of course, I like the way he looks. I want
I need
to.
to find that. You can't be sampling "Love Should Have Brought You Home" and not wear it out,
Yes, I like the way he look. I think he fine. He a chocolate man that I would.
bitch.
Um,
And I know we supposed to move on to a whole bunch of shit, but we keep talking about shit and they keep bringing stuff up. Tony's first album,
you and my best friend.
honestly, has no skips.
None. Absolutely none.
It really has no skin. Classic into classic into classic into classic. Even the songs that were singles are still sickening. I even like Candlelight. Don't nobody know
And
about Candlelight?
no one cares about Candlelight, but we like it. Like no one cares. Nobody gives
You
a
Mean the
fuck.
World to Me. Love Should Have Brought You Home. Breathe Again. I'm shutting up. Anyway.
That's the only Tony Braxton album that I own physically. That's the only one I own. That's the only one I ever
Really,
cared about.
Tony to me has really done no wrong.
I know everybody loves Secrets. I never really gave it the time of day. So I
I
can't say it's right
haven't
or
either.
wrong.
I haven't either. It's not. It's. I haven't outside of the singles. I haven't either.
Yeah, I haven't given it the time of day.
I want to listen to fucking Libra, but it can't find it nowhere.
Aaliyah's uncle, that's why. Because when she put out Libra, she was on black ground. So when you think about it, Aaliyah's music,
Ooh, seven
it,
whole days. Thank you, somebody. CD, yes.
I can't listen to that song the same no more because of Jamar. But anyway, um,
It was perfect and it applied, and you know it.
that's why I can't look at it the same. Um, as far as that's concerned, if you notice outside of AJ Number the Number, all of Aaliyah's albums, we can't find them on no streaming services. You can't find Libra on no streaming services. You cannot find any of Tank's albums when he was on Black Ground on streaming services. They were all under Black Ground
Ooh,
Records.
Chanelica said, I love me some him. I'm forgetting about all this shit. God
That is
damn.
my song. Oh my God. And that song she did where R. Kelly wrote this song called I Don't Want To. I love that.
Oh, Lord.
Some other shit, child. We going all over the world like we always do.
It's fine, because bitch, somebody just reminded me of love, marriage, and divorce, but I won't get into it. I just know that shit was sickening.
My mama got that album. I never listened to it.
You have to,
Outside of the song "Hurt You," I think that's the name of it. I never listened to it. My mama got that album
bitch.
though.
Do yourself a favor and listen to love, marriage, and divorce, bitch.
Oh my god.
If nothing else, listen to Tony's solo version of I Wish. She literally says, I wish that you would catch a disease. I wish that she would take all your money. I hope that I wish you get your disease, but not enough to make you die. Only enough to make you cry like you did to me.
Is that the song that she was playing the piano on? Playing with the because I heard her sing something like that on Embracing Family Values. They
I don't
got to
know.
be the same song.
See, look, Chanelica said, I wish. And there's a song, Roller Coaster. Child, listen to the album. I can't remember all the songs right now,
If
but
she say so, child.
I'm telling you that right there. Even Trina dedicated her marriage to the husband that she ended up divorcing. No, it was Gabe. She said her and Gabe got back
Mhm.
together off of the song called Reunited when they got remarried again. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Trina, because this was in the blogs also, well, not the blogs, it was on the Jasmine brand, and it was, I'm guessing, it's the upcoming episode of the Braxton Family Values where Tamika Scott of Escape was sitting at the table with Trina Braxton, and she was trying to encourage Trina to go back into the studio and make music. And Trina said that she feels as though, number one, she didn't feel confident in the music that she released, and she feels like she will always be compared to Tony and Tamar. How do you feel about that? Because me personally, I
Well,
never listened to none of Trina's music. I know it was a bunch of adult Britney Spears shit that she was trying, but I never listened to her music, child.
okay, so Trina, I feel like you setting yourself up for failure because you're not even allowing yourself to be great because
Mm-hmm.
Guess who was also in Tony Braxton's shadow? Was Tamar. But Tamar kept releasing good shit.
Did she?
She kept releasing good shit. And
Did
people
she?
started to know her individual as opposed to, just being Tony Braxton's little sister. That's what
But
you
you
have
said
to.
she released. But you said she released some good shit.
Huh?
You said she released some good shit. Did she?
Yes. I'm talking
Oh,
about Tamar.
I know.
You know what? So you gonna disagree? Is that what's
I
happening
never
here?
knew. I never knew.
Let me tell you something. He over here pulling everybody goddamn leg because he said that he never fucked with Tamar as a person, but he fucked with her music. So I don't know why he's sitting up here playing.
Not all of her music. Not all of her music. Because I never said that I liked a full album from her. Never did I say that. She got some
Anyways,
cute
back to the.
songs here. Got some cute
Um.
songs here and there. Some albums ain't all that, child.
Anyways, motherfucker, she released enough music that distinguished her as her own artist to where people are looking forward to her, not just off the strength of Tony. And Trina, I feel like the only reason she kind of went that extremely pop route was to further herself from Tony. I don't think she really gives a damn about that genre of music.
No, she just did that so she won't sound like Tony.
And I was like, I could tell just by the way you put it out, you didn't give a damn about that music for
Cause
real.
nobody else cared. We didn't want to hear that shit.
You just thought it sounded good.
Because
Or
you
you
in
just
your
thought you
late
would get,
thirties
no.
putting out some fucking you in your late thirties putting out some music that some trashy ass white girl Kesha will put
If
out.
you ain't come to party, then you better go home. Oh, oh. I'm like, girl, you already in the bed by 9. Why are you talking about people that best go home? You ain't left the house.
Yet. Like what were you thinking?
Child, that's why you have to make it happen for yourself. You ain't gonna ever get under her shadow if you don't put stuff out.
But not only that though, if Tracy can have enough confidence to put out a
Hello,
fucking album, I know she can.
hello.
Like, are you serious?
Shit. Actually, hold on, wait. Let me put.
I
I never knew why she set herself up for failure like that. I'm like, girl, and then Tracy's On Earth album was not bad.
I never listened to her album. I'm
I
sorry.
actually did like I think it had to have been within the past year because I listened to it since I've been to LA. So it actually was not bad. She was exploring like some of them adult temporary sounds, or like uh, I don't really know what that sound is called, but it was actually unexpected. It was like a alternative level of R&B that she was giving me. I'm like on the title track in particular. So I was like, okay,
Well, I will say that Last Call, I did like that song. I did like Last Call. I did. I would say that. I did.
it was a great introductory track. It was a great introductory track. I'll say that. I love Trey. I really want Tracy to win.
I think we all want her ass to win. She just gotta want it for herself. I know she wants to. I think she has to not get over, but make peace with certain things that happened in the past before she's able to prosper. Because I feel like people that don't get past things that past traumas or things that happened to them in the past, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They'll never prosper the way that they need to. And if Tamar can get her ass out here and have some moderate success, I know that Tracy and Trina could. Now,
because
Tawanda,
there's interest in
yeah,
like when y'all sing. There's interest in people, but you have to believe it because if you don't believe it, we can tell that you don't believe it. So we're not gonna believe it. Tamar believed it.
right,
Tamar believed it and actively pursued it. That's the difference between her and y'all.
right, that's true. Now, Tawanda, nobody cares about her, so I don't think anybody.
Tawanda doesn't want to be a singer. Tawanda wanted to act. And well,
In what?
period.
Why we ain't seen her audition for shit? She just sent her ass on Braxton Family Values being a snake.
She sells
So
she sells skincare now.
Okay, so K Michelle just announced that she's had her last surgery and she got her ass back the healthy way. Um, hopefully this is the last time we hear about ass. I love you, K. But
Kim Michelle talks
however,
about stuff that never comes to fruition when she says it's gonna come to fruition.
like I'm glad that she got her ass back. I'm glad that she got the silicone out of her ass. I'm glad the ass is the ass. Happy. Where is I'm waiting on your R&B EP that you putting out because you keep on playing the Tender Kisses song and I'm ready to buy it. So where is it? I know you working on your country album because I know Dolly Parton wrote you a fucking country record. So this country album better be on point as long as you because if it ain't on point, I'm dragging the hell out of you.
Baby, every time that she says she about to release something with this country album, she always slides something R&B back up in here, and I'm like, girl,
Girl, like we got enough R&B motherfucking music already, baby. We
you
want you
done
to
given
country
us about
album right
4
now.
albums of R&B, and you
And
done
you already just treated all monsters are human like a damn stepchild already.
did she only promoted one song from that
And
album?
that's the rain.
I mean, she gave us a video for Just Like Jay, but
I wanted my video for the game. For
girl,
the
I ain't gonna talk about that because it'll make me mad all over again. But
But I'm glad that she's getting healthy though. I will say that. And her she's doing like a casting call now for her Lifetime reality show. I don't know the name of it, but I know it's about women that went through the same predicaments that she did in regards to getting black market injections. And I think I should take out the time to say that in this day and age, you kind of do feel pressure to try to alter yourself to look a certain type of way to fit into society. And I think that it's messed up that the lengths that we go sometimes to be accepted by society. Even on a recent season of Love and Hip Hop, there was this girl. It was Love and Hip Hop in New York, and it was this girl by the name of Jenna Ski. She was a rapper who could actually rap. She was actually pretty, but the guy that was managing her said, "You got the skills, you got the face. We just got to get your body done." And I'm like,
don't listen to people like that, child.
so that's what we got to do now to be successful. We got to get our body
Because
done.
then,
We
like
got to
at this point, all the rap girls look the same. So how is that? How are you
all over.
endangering yourself going to make you stand out?
You're not going to stand out if you look like everybody else. It seems like everybody in the industry got a fat ass already at this point. Like, how many more fat asses do we need to have?
Honestly, out of all the asses that have been done, I still feel like Iggy's is the best that I've seen done.
Someone,
Surprisingly,
someone just said Ciara never uses the momentum she gets in the right. She doesn't. She
Ciara
doesn't.
doesn't want to be a musical artist no more.
Well, she needs to stop putting out music.
Ciara put out a video every now and then just to show y'all that she can if she wants to, but Ciara
My
don't.
problem with Ciara is this. Okay, now you've been a laughing stock of the industry for quite some time now.
A decade.
When you came out with Fantasy Ride, everybody laughed at you. And this is coming from a person that was a big fan of Ciara in high school.
Oh yeah, I loved her back then.
You couldn't tell me shit about Ciara. You said she couldn't sing, I'd be ready to bite your head off, even though I knew in my spirit that she couldn't fucking sing.
She
You
okay. Let's say this. Sierra's
told
not
us
like
no.
a powerhouse, not like a runner. It's like a light, tone that kind of sounds nice in nursery rhymes.
Right, okay. Okay, that's nice. As shady as it is, that's nice. But as you know, she came out with Fantasy Ride, and I don't know what happened and why her popularity went down from that point. But when she released Go Girl first with T Pain, it didn't do well.
Oh yeah.
Which I was
But
surprised by because he was hot at that time.
okay, but Fantasy Ride was awful. But there were moments that were great.
It
Okay,
was. It was.
for me, Love, Sex, and Magic was great.
It was.
Work was the best thing on there.
The gay, the gayest thing on there.
But baby, it wears me out. It gives me what the fuck I need. um, Even though nobody else liked this song, I did like Lover's Thing and Tell Me What Your Name Is.
I love Tell Me What Your Name Is. Oh my God, I love that song.
And I think those are the only ones that I can think of right now.
You
I
didn't like
remember
Never
that G is for Girl was so bad.
I don't even remember that song.
You don't need to. Um,
Did you
is there
like
anything
Never
else?
Ever?
No.
Why not?
That was actually when I personally turned. I was giving her the side eye. I'm like, I just didn't like it. And then you never ever girl. I no, I hate it. Let me
You
tell you,
will never, ever, never, ever.
I hated Never Ever. She looked great in the video, but I hated the song.
You hated this? Oh my! I used to love that song. I used
I
to
was looking at her sideways, and then when she came with Love, Sex, and Magic, I'm like, okay, I'm back.
love. What about that
And
other
then
song?
with Work, I was like,
But what about the other song that she did with Neo on that same on Fantasy Right? It was that I Don't Remember song. I guess I
bye,
had too much to drink,
bye,
but I don't remember.
bye.
Or what about that other bullshit she had when she was singing opera? You know me, that high price song. You know me. Woo, 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 woo. Tonight is
Bitch, I
mine.
forgot about High Price, bitch. Oh my god, I forgot about High Price.
You know me.
I forgot about High Price, yo. You know what? That album, it was balanced out for me because at the same time that was out and being terrible, Trey Songz released Ready. So I was, oh, and that was when Black Eyed Peas put out The End.
All I gotta say is this, Jamar. This is the only thing I gotta say. This right here. You know
She showed did say, I was like, Ciara, what the hell? Hold on.
me.
I have to look up the what you call it, the track list real quick for y'all because I need to,
Was trying to release that hood opera shit as a single. Like, girl, bye. Girl,
I,
bye.
I need
No.
okay now Sierra to the Stage was actually my shit. It was my shit, and we had a dance to it on my dance team at the in college. So that has a I could give her some leeway with that one.
You
Ooh,
can?
High Price was awful. Like a certain
I love like a surgeon.
girl have several seats in the back of the bus.
You don't like that song?
Hated it because I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, girl?
I
Hold
did
on,
not
where's the
like
track
Turnpike.
list? Let's see. Turntables with Chris Brown. That was like a pop.
I didn't like it.
Never Lovers Thing with the Dream. I did like that. Ooh, Pucker Up was a pop though. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. I did like that.
Look at my face.
G is for Girl was horrible. Keep Dancing on Me. Do you remember that?
No.
Anyways, yeah. Then it's Tell Me What Your Name Is, and I don't remember. But yeah, the rest awful. So it was, and then ooh, child, Basic Instinct when she put her nail in the coffin, child.
Horrible.
The,
Horrible. Shall we go through the track listing of that one too?
we might as
Horrible.
well see here.
Horrible.
But however, there's always silver linings. There are
Is it?
always silver linings. Let's see. Let's go through the track listing.
Please
Basic
do.
Instinct, You Got Me. No.
Terrible.
No. Ciara. No.
I guess you call herself trying to come at Carrie Hilson on this song. Bye.
Y'all
Bye.
both flopping. Yeah.
Both flopping. Like,
Ride, I got sick of very quickly.
because they played it so fucking much.
Now, Give Me That was a bop. Give Me That was the best thing to come out of this.
I ain't gonna lie, it was.
It slapped. It did. And that video was everything.
Give me that face. Give me that, give me that face. Give me that face. Oh,
She was
give
just
me
popping her
that
pussy. That's when she at her peak.
face. Right.
Heavy rotation, trash. Girls Get That Money is so Section 8 hood.
And you would think that I would like a song like that.
No, it was too
Hey,
elementary for that. Girls, get your money.
get your money.
I'm like, no, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yeah, I know, was repetitive as fuck.
I don't even remember it.
You don't have to. Speechless. I'm speechless. No.
Who told her that that was cool?
Nope.
Who told her?
Mm-mm.
Speechless.
Not at all.
Who told her?
Not at all.
Who told her?
You Can Get It was the same thing with Yeah, I know, just came saying the same thing over and over again.
Don't remember it.
Now, Turn It Up with Usher was a little bit of a little pop ditty. It was but
Don't remember it.
Once for Dinner,
Don't remember it.
I could tell you wrote that yourself. And I Run It was cute. I Run It was a good fuck song.
Oh, child, hold on.
Intermission. Let me actually look at the comments, child. What y'all talking about? I love.
I don't remember half these songs on that album. Like,
Hated it.
I don't remember half.
everybody's literally talking about hated it, hated that too. But let's talk about the resurgence that was the self-titled though.
Small resurgence because
Why
she
are
had
we going through her whole discography like this? But I'm enjoying it.
she had a small resurgence because she fucked that up too. Let's just say that.
I was I said, why
But
are we going
before,
through her whole discography though? But I'm living for it.
this wasn't the plan to go through her her catalog at all. We wasn't planning on doing this. It just happened.
It just
Before we get into the self-titled album, let's talk about the two songs that she released before that. When she called herself releasing that damn song,
oh
50 Cent, Sorry, which sound like Promise
that bitch.
2012.
No, that sounded like Genuine. They mashed them together. It was differences basically.
All you had to do is say that I'm sorry. Then, but since you mentioned it,
My
my
whole life
whole life has
changed.
changed. Oh my God.
It might still be on YouTube. If you can find it,
Listen.
yeah.
And the other song got me good with my
Okay,
neck,
now let me tell you something.
not too tight, booty shaking from left to the right. That
Let me
shit.
tell you something. Got Me Good is on my playlist to this day because, bitch, there is something so ratchet and just like chewing gum with like, hey, my back is aching, my bra too tight, my booty shaking from that. It does it for me. It does.
I
It
love it.
does.
I love
And then
it.
they had that little dance crew in the video. I live for that. That was cute.
Right, it does. It
I
is.
did live for that. I can't even. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you.
Okay, now we can go ahead and get into self-titled. The first song is "I'm Out" featuring Nicki.
I was here for it. I didn't mind her.
If it wasn't for the video, I wouldn't have liked the song.
Probably. It definitely helped. It definitely helped.
Not the video. Sophomore, don't remember.
Trash. Basura. Garbage.
Body Party, of course. We all
The
like that
best
song.
thing here.
Right.
And I bet you that she hates this song now because of the video. She was lusting all over Future, which is the last thing that she wants to do now.
She probably can't even watch their video the same no more. Keep on looking. I don't remember
Trash.
it. Read my lips.
Elementary as fuck.
I like that song.
Na 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 na. And she was talking about her pussy.
I never listened to it that hard to realize that that's what she was talking about. Where you go?
Better, not bad.
Super turned up.
Now, my friend that lives in Atlanta loves this song. I'm like, this song's production is all over the place.
It is.
It
It
is,
definitely is.
it's so messy. I, it's too much for me. It got too much going on.
I'm telling you. DUI.
Not bad.
I did like,
Not bad.
I did. I'm driving under. I like
I
that.
haven't listened to it in a very long time, but I remember it not being. I remember it not being bad.
Yeah. um, living it up.
I'm not gonna lie, living it up and overdose slap a little bit to me. I know that's not gonna be your cup of tea, but
You already
I,
know.
overdose was really like you could have made something with overdose, bitch. You really could have. You could have made something with overdose, but
You know that ain't my dude.
I know that. I know it's not. I know it's not. Anything with too high of a BPS is not gonna be for Scotty.
Uh-uh.
Man,
Um,
let me tell you something. A moment from this show that I would never forget is when we wait. Did we play that before or after? It couldn't have been on the show. When you played me that Keisha Cole, "Here We Go," I, I could not believe.
oh, here we go.
I was like, this cannot be real. This this cannot be real. No way. No way. This is real.
Who told her to do that? Like,
Look, at least she had enough sense to put it on like the Japanese Target Deluxe track and not on the standard album. Can you imagine that song with the rest of Woman to Woman?
hell no. Hell no.
Actually, side note, I want to share. This is so far off topic, but I want to tell you about an album that I have been listening to that I got into recently that was released in October that I feel like you would like lyrically and thematically, but I feel like you're not open to it because of the artist of who it is.
Oh God, who is it, child?
Let me tell you something. Sam Smith put out Love Goes. It is so good. I cried. No bullshit. There's a song, another one, For the Lover That I've Lost, and To Die For. To Die For makes me weep.
Oh Lord.
I'm not being dramatic. Do not listen to Sam Smith To Die For if you've had some drinks and in your feet.
Oh God, no.
It is the songwriting is so good.
But I don't know. Now, even though I don't fuck with Samantha Smith, I will
It
say
is good,
that she
damn it.
does have good writing. I will say that. I
His right.
don't get me wrong. I did like Stay With Me. I did like that.
Bitch, I was just like, let me just check this out because like I said, I like some of the songs from his first album. I didn't. I let the second album kind of pass me by. I was like, but this shit, we gonna play this when I get off of here. When we get off live. I'm playing you those 3 songs. Those get me together. Ooh, bitch. But anyway.
We're not. I don't think we're gonna talk about the Jackie album because
I want to, if you're familiar with it.
most of it I've forgotten about. But
because a lot of people wear that album out, but secretly,
why?
It's one of my favorites from her.
Oh God. The
Because
song,
even though she did lie and straight up say that she was gonna, well, she was trying to make too many sounds. Huh?
lied and said it's gonna be her most personal album and
That's
everything
what it was.
she went through.
That's what it
You know,
was.
this
And it was her
album.
first album after giving birth
And
to her
I'm
first child.
sitting up here excited thinking and I'm about to give me a whole bunch of male bashing future songs and I ain't get shit. The only one that I got was I Bet. And she put out I Bet, making me so excited about it. I said, oh, she going in on Future on this song. I know she couldn't let him have it on this album. A lie. She's not Mary J. or Keisha Cole.
So, but you see, this isn't the first time because even the subsequent release after that with um
Beauty Marks.
that
I didn't even listen to that one.
I did, but she made it seem like it was going to be just this up-tempo dance record. It wasn't. There were moments, but that wasn't the overall
Such a lie.
theme of the girl. She led with Jackie BMF. I mean, I don't mind the song. Sometimes it does give me what I need from time to time, but would I recommend it? Not really. That's How I'm Feeling with Missy Elliott and Pitbull. So, interestingly enough, Jennifer Lopez recorded the same song. So but she didn't release it. So it's kind of like whatever.
I kind of did like That's How I'm Feeling.
I mean, it's a good little. So
do you like that? Do you like that? Boy, do you like that?
that's a.
Know that you like that. Know that you like that. Know that you like that.
Yeah. I thought I'd be surprised. I thought you wouldn't like that. That's another one of them. That gives me the same like vibe that my back ache, my brought too tight, my boots shake.
Right. I was listening to that shit one time, and I guess I was trying to give Jackie a second listen because I didn't like it, and I was listening to it again, and I wasn't really paying attention the first time. So when I heard, "Boy, do you like that? Boy, do you like that? Boy, do you like that? Know that you like that. Know that you like that. Know that you like that. Yeah. 'Cause I did that. Yeah, 'cause I did that. Yeah, 'cause I did that. I think that. I think that. Let's get it." I'm like, "Oh
Get
shit."
it, get it. Get it. Look, listen. I'm telling you, when Ciara be popping her pussy, it's at her best.
I'm like, all right.
And I went to the Jackie tour, actually.
Oh, Lord.
I went to the Jackie tour. Lullaby, no.
I liked it.
Absolutely not. Return to Sender.
I did like that song. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, Dance Like We're Making Love. Yes. What you about to say?
Nothing.
You so full of it. But yes, that was you did that. You did that. I don't know what you were doing the song before, but you did that.
Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns.
Stuck on You.
Beautiful gowns.
I wanted to like it, but I didn't.
Mm-mm.
Now, Fly.
Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns.
I'm not gonna sit here in front like I didn't play Fly the fuck out. I'm not gonna sit here in front like I did not like that song. It literally sampled her own shit like Goodies. It had the same. I like the song. Fuck with anybody. As cheto cheesy as it was, I liked it.
Beautiful diamonds. Beautiful. Beautiful diamonds.
I bet was just, it should not have been the lead. It should not have been the lead. That was so ghetto. Ciara.
Right now it's killing me.
However,
Now I have to find someone else.
and I know you don't, who is the I Bet Rehab mix?
Oh, I didn't even hear that one.
That right there was it. It's very UK, dance pop, so you probably wouldn't be into her. But that version of the song I can get with. This whole I want to be Keisha Cole, K. Michelle, Hurt, Mary J. Blige, no, that's not for you.
The one with the silicone legs and the Brazilian hair. Is that your bitch over there? Give me
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Absolutely not. I have to, child. Now again, the next song people hate, but was my shit.
Give me flop.
Give me
Beautiful.
fuck you.
Girl,
All right. Give to me, give to me, give to me, give me love, put it on me, put it on me, put it on me. That was my shit.
down.
And she performed it at the tour. I was like,
Amazing
girl,
gowns.
fuck you.
Amazing.
Kiss and Tell, not my favorite.
Beautiful gowns.
Now let me tell you something. Another word where you slap One Woman Army is a pop.
The
That
who?
was it. One Woman Army. One Woman Army was slapped.
She should have been slapped for it. But
No, bitch, fuck you and everything that you talking about. One Woman Army was a slap. Bitch, that breakdown with the steps, baby. If you were ever part of a step team, honey.
poor Ciara.
I'm such a girl. Bye.
Listen.
And then the last song, I Got You, the one time when she actually did address her son after the first 14 tracks had nothing to do with him. Even though she named this album after her mama, and it's supposed to be about being a mother, she waited until the last 15 tracks to actually talk about motherhood.
Awful song. Terrible song. Awful.
She tried to be tender and it was still ghetto.
Like, girl, it was like a diet version of I Found Myself. It could never be I Found Myself. No. No. Anyway, I don't even know how we got into Sierra. We ain't gonna talk about beauty
I don't know,
marks.
but that was fun.
Yeah. We ain't gonna talk about birthmarks because I ain't never listened to it. So I
It's
ain't
fine. It's fine.
but I think that Sierra's issue is I'm gonna repeat what this dude said on Twitter. Ciara is not making the same type of music as she did, like and 1 2 Step and Goodies, which I don't expect her to make because she was a teenager when she made that. But now she's making music. What the dude
That
say
still
now?
sounds like a teenager.
Yeah, well, she's making music that sound like it could be played at Whole Foods. That's what the dude said. I was so fucking tickled when he said
Not
that.
Whole Foods, more like a Forever 21.
Cause they give me
Got
love
that
song,
melanin.
like they give me love song. I can hear that up in Forever 21 all day.
Baby, I fuck you, okay? You with everybody else.
I'm
Y'all
just
can all
saying,
suck it.
I can hear that all up and through Forever 21, Route 21, American Eagle, all this shit. Holler
No,
stuff,
American
all
Eagles, more Caucasian. They'll probably play
little sexy magic.
No, that's even got more urban flair than Give Me Love. So
I would live it. No, they'll play Overdose or Living It Up probably.
now Living It Up is so that is so bland, just so pop.
Terrible.
Just
Just,
nothing to do with Ciara.
just
Somebody else
terrible.
could have recorded that song.
Just terrible. Just terrible. The next topic we got is there asked where is the question mark out there on whether or not Rihanna is dating ASAP Rocky. Now I heard this. I think
Oh,
people was
that's
talking about
old.
it years ago. So why is it in the blogs now on whether or not they're dating?
It
Because
was in the blogs before,
that's what
but
I'm saying. So why is it in the blogs now? This is pretty much old news.
personally, I don't give a damn.
Nobody does.
And the thing is, I truly believe that Rihanna could DM any male on the planet and get dick from wherever she wants.
This is true.
No, bitch, if she DM'd me, bitch, I would find a way. Mind you, she has DM'd me before. Fun fact. It was
Well,
7 years ago, but it happened.
she has.
But what straight male would did not be somebody married with a whole family? If Rihanna said, "Come get this poom poom," they're going to go. Do they
Now,
go?
now, personally, I wouldn't because I'm not into poom poom, but I send one of my friends to go get it.
I mean, I doubt that she might not be dating him. She might just be fucking him from time to time when she wants that itch to be scratched.
I
That's the
mean,
kind of bitch that Rihanna's fit. I feel like after Chris Brown, she was like, "Girl, fuck these niggas.
do
I'm
you
gonna get that dick from."
blame her? Do you blame her for wanting to fuck him?
Huh?
I said, would you blame her if she was just fucking him?
No.
Because I always felt like ASAP Rocky was cute. I know some people say he looked
He's
good.
that cute ugly.
I don't.
I wish he'd take them braids out his head, but after
I think, I think that's the issue. The braids.
because that was the issue with the weekend for a long time. He had that damn dead squirrel on his head for the longest.
And speaking of the weekend, because okay, I guess at this point the Rihanna topic don't matter. Um, the girl, because we haven't done a pop culture show in a while. So let me bring this up. The girls are upset about this year's Grammy nominations. They're upset about it. Now, how do you feel about the girls being upset? Because Tiana Taylor has some things to say about it. The Weeknd has something, which I feel like they give him enough awards. Shut the fuck up. Some
What?
awards he don't even deserve. Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
This is how I feel though.
Bitch, the weekend. I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't know why. What are y'all expecting from the Grammys? I would have stopped expecting things from them a long time ago.
Like, why do y'all give a fuck at this point?
But
But y'all
the
keep going.
Grammys,
Y'all keep buying these damn $300,000 dresses and shit to walk y'all ass down there white ass red carpet to go to the motherfucking Grammys, and they don't acknowledge y'all. They don't recognize y'all. They don't even put the right people in the categories. Period. They don't know what the fuck R&B music really is. They don't know what hip hop music really is. They don't give a fuck. It's the same shit they did with the Oscars when they get mad every other year because a black person ain't nominated for an Oscar. Bitch, why do you care?
see,
Those awards
I
have never been
never.
to us.
But the weekend was kind of giving them the side eye because it's like, bitch, Blinded Lights was like one of the biggest songs of the year.
I can give you that much.
And
It
I'm
was.
like, we may not like it, but it was literally the one of the longest running top 5 or top 10 songs of the entire year. And I'm like, you ain't gonna you, you're not gonna nominate? I understand if you don't give it to me, but you're not even gonna nominate me? I have like the biggest song of the year over the rest of the people you nominated. Make it make sense.
But they good for doing it though. They good for doing it, and you have to be a Grammy darling to get certain awards. And then even in just like Soulful Dog just pointed out, in the R&B category, there was no women in the R&B category. Period, just men. No women, just men. All men. which makes me go back to what I said the first time. Why did y'all take away the gender driven nominations? Why would y'all take that away?
Child.
Because when y'all had best female R&B vocal performance or best male R&B vocal performance, you had more leeway and there was more of a chance for a bitch to win. But now it's not like that, and I just feel like it's just really ridiculous. But at this point, I feel like black people themselves should stop focusing on award shows that don't really give a fuck about them. Like even Nicki Minaj made a tweet as well because she always got something to say, but always got something to say about something. But she made a tweet about how she didn't get an award her first year out, and they gave it to the white guy and all this other stuff. And my thing about it is, but y'all, my thing about it is, y'all always got something to say about how they treat you, how they treat y'all. That's why I don't have no sympathy for these bitches. Because y'all complain and complain and complain about the Grammys every other year. You complain and complain and complain, and you still take your black asses out there and go to the motherfucking Grammy Awards. When you keep on talking about how they shade y'all, how they snub y'all, how they treat black people and black music a certain type of way, y'all still go to these motherfucking award shows, but you don't bring your ass to the BET Awards. You think you're too good for the BET Awards. You think you're too good to go to the Soul Train Awards. You think you're too good for going to the NAACP Awards. These award shows also give y'all motherfuckers awards just to make your ass show up, and you still don't go. Because when you look at the NAACP Awards, half the people that they're giving awards to ain't even present every year. They're never there. So
The
why
representative. There's always just a representative.
they're never there. So my thing about it is y'all always talking about black artists aren't recognized the way that they should, but you keep going to the fucking award shows. That's just like if me and
That's
Jamar went
because
to the business like
the
that and we were overlooked. Why are we going to the same award show every other 10 minutes when we already know that people like us won't be recognized? Then y'all go to the Grammy parties and all this other shit, but y'all can't stand the Grammys. Fuck
they
out of here.
go there because the industry makes you feel like if you aren't a Grammy at least nominated or Grammy award winning artist, that you're not able to be taken seriously. People judge your value off the number of Grammy noms or awards that you've won in modern music.
They
They
do.
don't care how the music sounds. They don't care even where you may have charted. But if you don't have a Grammy, like I think, surprise. I don't know. Did Nicki Minaj ever get a Grammy award for her own shit yet? I don't
No.
remember.
Been nominated.
But Katy Perry's never gotten a Grammy, and she's been one of the biggest pop girls the past 10 years. So it's just like sometimes you just gotta know it's mostly a business. If you making good shit, and if you know your fan base is enjoying your good shit, and you able to live off that shit, that's really all that would matter to me personally. If I'm able to create my content, create my art, and get enough of a recognition, even if it's not necessarily a Grammy, I don't need to cater
But
to
for
it.
them, for these people who have been in the business for all these years, they should also know that award shows are nothing but politics at the end of the day. It's
Yeah,
all about politics. It's always going to be about politics. These award shows are politic driven award shows. The industry itself is all about politics. If you really think about it. Hell, sometimes we feel like YouTube is some fucking politics shit because
oh,
it's,
that's absolutely,
it's a lot of
absolutely.
people in YouTube that has great content, but they are small fucking content creators like us that don't get to be seen and they have to work twice as hard to be seen. And it's difficult and it's fucked up, but that's just the way it is sometimes. So these people always complaining like they don't know that it's a politics type of game. Like K Michelle herself, even people don't fuck with her like that. I never want to hear what she got to say, even though even though she they always have something to say, even though she makes a lot of sense. She was talking about the politics of the awards when she first came out. As much as people don't want to give it to her, she was one of the best selling R&B acts in 2013 and 2014. She was. Now, album sales are not like they used to be. So, of course, she wasn't selling 5 million
Album
records.
sales aren't the same they used to be for anybody.
Yeah, they're not. So, of course, she was selling
Anybody.
50 records or 5 million, 2 million records. Of course, she was in the thousands. But in this social climate, I just saw your thing. I agree, first of all. But, right, but in this in this climate for album sales, they were good album sales for R&B artists. So she was one of the best selling R&B artists in 2013, 2014, and she talked about that on an interview, and she was saying that Billboard named her one of the top five best selling R&B female artists of 2015. That was during her Anybody Want to Buy a Heart era.
Still
Now,
the best thing she's ever done.
right. So of course they give her this acclaim, but she doesn't get invited to the Billboard Awards, and she's also not nominated. So when you have things like that happening, you always have to wonder what is the thing that you really need to really be nominated. Because my thing about it is if Billboard gave her this type of acclaim, why the fuck isn't she nominated for a Billboard Award if she was able to get that acclaim from them? Or better yet, why wasn't she invited to the Billboard Awards? Why wasn't, there's a lot of great albums that go unnoticed. There's a lot of great.
Don't be messy.
I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that.
Messy.
But
Messy.
however though, I just feel like at the end of the day, it's really it's a numbers game, it's a name game, and it's a politics game. And the more these artists figure that out, the more they're going to continue to be sad and depressed over an award. Because me personally, I don't care about this shit. Like if I was like, look at the shit we're doing. You know, we still working. We've been in this shit for years, and we're just now getting our just due. Which like I said, we'll be talking about it later on in the show, towards the end. Well, at the end of the show, we'll be discussing it. But we're just now getting our just due after all these years that we've been on, and we're able to do it with less numbers.
And you know what? And it's because this is the same mindset that we talked about backtracking back to Trina. Girl, we was thinking we wasn't shit individually by ourselves in the shadows of other people or people that were bigger than us. We were just like, well, fuck it. We putting the content out there.
Right.
Consume it, whoever may do it.
But like I said,
That's almost y'all in this room.
we're gonna get into that at the end of the show. I think we got how many more topics to go? Because we really just threw in a couple of topics, to be honest.
Oh, baby, we done went all over the place, child.
Went all over the place.
Let's talk about Daryl Walls.
Okay, that's the next one. And I guess that could be the last one then. And then we can
Oh
go.
no, I had to talk about that Dallas restaurant.
Oh, well, this one and then the restaurant is the last one. And then we can go into what we want to.
They'll be relatively quick, I think.
Okay. So the Darrell Walls guy. Okay, I'm not an active gospel listener. If your ass ain't Dottie Peoples or Kirk Franklin or Yolanda Adams or some shit like that, I don't fucking know.
CC Winans.
CC Winans and all that shit, I don't know your ass. No shame.
Hell, even quiet as it's kept, Fred Hammond.
Johnny McClurkin,
well,
Caesar.
but yeah, we get
Clark
it.
sisters, all them. If you ain't none of them, I don't know your ass. But he's apparently a part of a big gospel group. And just recently, a sex tape of him was leaked. I never knew about that. I don't know if it was with a man or a woman. But apparently, he's dating a man. He had something posted on his Instagram close friends. And when you have an Instagram close friends, that means you got some people that you got a certain list of people that can view this. I guess people that you trust enough to look at it. Something that you don't want to be shared with everyone. You can only share with a certain amount of people. And he posted something with him and his man kissing, Somebody in his close friends screenshotted it and leaked it. Fucked up, but that's just what it is. And it got to the blogs, and now everybody's talking about it. Now, Josiah did a video about this, and let's just say congrats to him one last time, because the last time I saw the video, when I first saw the video, he's a smaller YouTuber like us. He has like 1,000 subscribers at this point. He had 40K views on that one video about this topic, but now he's at 100K. So shout out to Josiah for that.
Okay, shit. Hey, look at God.
Look at him. That video just might put him where he needs to be. Okay, so shout out to Josiah for that. So you already know that the fact that he is a black gospel singer, you already know that the people is coming for that ass. And if you look at Josiah's video and you see the people in the comments, you already know that they're coming for Josiah and all of this other stuff, because they don't like when it comes down to men that's homosexual, or even women that's homosexual. We always want to talk about what the Bible said. The Bible said this, the Bible said that. And yes, the Bible did say that. But the Bible says a lot of other things as well. And it's not me
Y'all
trying,
ignore.
huh?
That y'all completely ignore, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
but you make us being gay as the biggest sin in the world. No sin is bigger than the other. So that's why I tend not to judge people, because I'm living a sinful life as we speak. I'm gay. I like to have premarital sex. I eat shit that I ain't got no business eating. That like it is what it is. So none of us are perfect, and we don't have a leg to stand on to give nobody a heaven or hell. And if he want to fuck a man, that's his business. I don't see why other people's lifestyles and who they bring in their bedroom matters to anybody else.
It's the main issue is because he's black, he's masculine, and he is in the gospel industry. And
Hmm.
they feel like those things don't coincide. They feel like it doesn't make sense for a gay person to be a Christian, as if we don't have to call upon the Lord to.
Right.
And it's just like, one of these days, y'all will learn that the homosexuality isn't an actual sin. One day. I hope y'all get that. And that, people loving other people is between two consensual adults.
That's true.
One day you'll get there. But just because we haven't gotten there yet. And then I have to talk to women real quick. Probably more so the black women.
Hmm.
I love y'all. And I understand that y'all are like the most ostracized people of the community. But a lot of black women just well, not really victimized, but they condemn black men for being down low. They, condemn them for any sort of potentially homosexual act that they've ever done. Even if it was 10 years ago, you're gay.
It's a stigma. Like
But
if you dealt with a man at least once in your life, you're gonna always.
any capacity, you could have been drunk, unconscious, but if a man sucked your dick, you are gay
If a
forever.
woman lets another woman get her oral pleasure, they don't see that as gay.
But you could see there's literally like a popular song. I want to say it's the City Girls, but it said I ain't gay, but I let a bitch eat me out.
Hmm.
Let Drake say a man sucked his dick.
I ain't gay, but I let a nigga suck my dick. They'll be mad.
Never will be the same. So, and y'all have to stop being so. Y'all have to stop that shit because y'all want. Oh, why didn't he tell me? He wasn't honest with me. You don't allow black men to be themselves. You force black men to be this masculine provider. You don't let them explore anything else other than heterosexuality. So we are forced to hide. We have no other choice other than to be ostracized. We are still getting put out. We're still getting ostracized. We're still getting beaten, killed, called the F word, shot, all this shit. But you want us to come clean? Why would I do that? Honestly, because I've seen like a lot of women talk about, bisexual men and like, well, I could never do that, blah blah blah. I don't know. So why would he tell you?
That's true.
You want him to hide, you want him to be honest, but you don't give him the space to do so. There's no safe space for bisexual men.
It's not.
Not with the straight women. There's not. But y'all want them to be honest. I'm just saying, y'all.
Hey, Abby. People really don't think that there's a such thing as bisexual men. They don't think that there's a such thing as bisexual men at all. And I think that's unfair. Because if a woman says that she's bisexual, it's okay, it's accepted. But if a man says he's bisexual, oh no, nigga, you gay. If you fuck
You
a
know why that
man,
is? You know why that is? That's called misogyny. Because two women fucking is marketable to the masculine, men culture. Two men fucking. Now, mind you, there is a small little community for the women that like that shit, but it's very niche. Okay,
yeah, because
and
I've heard a lot of women say they don't want to see two men having man on man action, but there are women that's interested in seeing two men kissing and all
for
this
the
other.
same reason that men like seeing two bitches kiss. So it's never going to be looked at the same. It's always going to be looked at as like these men are taking like a step down in society from being like, the head of the household macho shit to participating in any other action with another man sexually where they have to be submissive and all this other stuff, which is weird because ever since 2014 and Janae Aiko started talking about eating booty, y'all started kicking y'all legs in the air, but y'all trying to find a way to do it in a masculine way. Let me tell you something. I saw a Twitter discussion where a dude was trying to say, how do you get your ass ate in a masculine way? And the only way people said that they could do it is if you are standing up and the bitch has to go down there and climb her way up there to get to it. Y'all will find every reason not to lift y'all legs in the air, not to put y'all hands and knees on the ground, or y'all will find every reason not to do what since
You know,
when.
somebody said some dumb shit like when they take like I remember my little brother shared it and said they sounded stupid as fuck because a man said it was some shit about how he don't want to be gay, so when he take a shower, he don't even put soap up his ass or something like that. And I was like, so y'all niggas gonna walk around with a stank ass just so y'all won't be considered gay? What type of shit is that?
Y'all be having full-fledged dinkleberries in y'all ass crack. I know y'all shit are getting rashes. So y'all gonna not have hygiene? Y'all not gonna wipe y'all ass? Why
Do y'all
wouldn't you clean the place that has the most bacteria in your body?
not gonna clean your ass?
The
Like
one place.
don't you not know that that shit itches when you don't wash it?
That is the that is the highest concentration of bacteria and filth of the human body. If nowhere else on your body needs soap, water, TLC, it is your ass.
Wash your ass.
And to the rest of now, to some of y'all, and it's not even just white people, because I see some of my black people doing this too. If y'all don't get in that shower and wash your legs and not just letting the soap run down your body to your legs and feet and consider it washed, that's why the bottom of your foot be black as fuck.
Hmm. Y'all don't know how to wash y'all ass. And my brother, being a straight 20-year-old boy, said that that was stupid as fuck for someone to say that. Like, y'all are that scared of gay shit that you won't even wash your ass.
And you want
Bro.
a bitch to suck your dick and you got dingleberries fumigating from in between skin. Girl, bye.
And on top of that, some men like to get their ass ate by their woman and they won't admit it.
Hello?
But this is why there's the beauty of having straight friends and straight cousins and straight co-workers that don't mind talking to me about stuff like this. They like to get their ass ate.
Hello? Because it's not even a sexuality thing, it's a human body. There are nerve endings back there that feel amazing. Just like those same nerve endings at the tip of your penis. Guess where there also is some nerve endings, girl?
let's
You
just say,
missing out on a whole other part of sex because of
let's
your
just say,
stupidity.
let's just say this. When a man wants to eat my ass, I never turn it down. So if you want to eat this ass
We
here,
know.
we don't turn it down, okay? We do not turn it the fuck down. You can't see it because of this camera, but this right here, I do not mind that. All
See,
that,
I just want y'all to know that this confirms everything that I've ever said. But continue, friend.
I don't mind that. I don't give a fuck what you say, bitch. I don't mind that. Period. We don't even have to have sex. If you just want to eat my ass, that's fine.
I mean, honestly, that's really all that I've done. I have just spread the cheeks and did what I needed to do, and then got what I needed and left.
Go ahead.
Now,
It smells
mm,
wonderful, by the way. Go ahead.
now, because we're on opposite sides of the spectrum on with
Mhm.
that, I have learned, and you probably will know, and this is in the gay community, there is such thing as the finger test,
Mhm.
so that you know if it's safe. You know if it's safe to proceed forward with the finger test. Because when y'all making out, you doing whatever you do, even if he's sitting there blowing you down, you just gotta casually, you grab the head, you do what they do, then you just kind of slip down the back, kind of reach back, do what you have to do, gather your sample, your culture, and then you have to smell your finger. Because now, if you smell too much going on, then you know that they were not prepared for the evening. Okay, and you just have to stop and let them finish from the head. We can't proceed further because you are not prepared to proceed further.
Let me just say this. I've never
This is the finger test will save you grief and anguish.
and surprises.
Hello?
So I just want to reiterate that once more that I've never had that issue. I've always been told this smells fresh.
That's because you use Summer's Eve. Amen.
Bitch, listen, we're not going to talk about what I use. It ain't nobody business, honey.
Share your secrets, girl.
Then I got nothing to do with nobody.
Share your secrets, girl.
No, this ain't about me. Um, but yeah,
How
yeah.
do you do the acrylic tech with acrylic nails? Um, this part of the hand, just right on the outside.
And there you go. But it
You
just
don't
goes
have
back.
to insert, or you don't even have to go inside. You just get the parameter. If the parameter ain't right, then you know the inside ain't right.
But can I ask you this though? Do you think that a man, every man has been? I heard someone say this before. Do you believe that every man has been curious at some point in his life?
No,
Okay.
I feel like that's an individually based thing. Some people just really have no desire, no want, or I mean, I feel like that's kind of like the same reason, like between top and bottom. It's like, do you ever think about getting? Do you ever have any desire to get fucked, or as a bottom, do you ever have a desire to fuck somebody else? It's kind of like
Well, we know
I
what.
just go with whatever naturally feels good or feels right.
Well, we know what where I'm at right now with that shit. So
I don't know where you're at right now, actually.
I kind of straddle the fence with this.
You do, and that's going to be very interesting with your current situation.
I don't have. Shut up.
I mean, it works. It's a fit. So what's the problem?
I don't know. I have my days. I have my days where it's like, cause bottoming is just so much work. It's annoying. You gotta make sure everything is cool, calm,
You
collected.
can't eat.
You can't eat shit. Like I just had DoorDash sent to the house for right before Chasing Atlanta came on, and it was Taco Bell. So I know that if I ate
Oh,
that food,
baby.
I wasn't doing shit.
If you take a well, I guess as the if you're the top, then I guess if you're trying to treat somebody to dinner, if depending on what they order, you know if you're getting some ass tonight. Because if they order like a full meal, lobster with something with cheese, meat, all, you ain't you ain't getting nothing tonight.
Nothing.
Okay.
Now, if you see a bitch eating ice, you know what's going down.
If you see somebody and ooh, do not trust this statement. This is the biggest lie in the gay community. Quote unquote, I know my body. It is a lie. It is a lie. It is a lie.
You will never catch me saying it.
It is a lie because the digestive system, guess just like your heartbeat, it's automatic. You have no control over it. It just does its thing. Okay? If you eat, you will shit. I
Look,
repeat, if you eat, you will do what?
shit.
So, how do you figure that you have some sort of superpower to not shit after you eat?
Unless you constipated.
Well, that's a whole other discussion. But if that's the case, then you have really no reason to be taking no dick then, because you really gonna fuck yourself up on both ends. You clogged one way, clogged the other way. That ain't no good for nobody.
And all just nasty. Anyway, but I the only reason why for me I wind up straddling the fence with this whole situation is because of the men that I attract. I attract both masculine men and I attract feminine men as well. I attract tops and bottoms. So for me, I feel like I rather I this what makes it so confusing for me because I'm like I'm at this point in my life where I like whatever likes me. So if a bottom wants to talk to me, I'm gonna talk to him. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, I've dated a bottom before. We just never had sex. We never had the chance to have sex. But I dated a bottom before, and it was weird being the man of the situation, like paying for stuff, buying stuff, all this other crap that I ain't used to, being the aggressor of the situation. That was a lot.
See, that's more misogynistic shit. It's like, oh, so if I'm the top and I'm the bottom, then that means that you have to play this role. It's like we keep trying to adapt to heteronormativity, and that's just not who
Yeah,
we
and
are.
it should
Not
not
a
be
man.
like at all. That's because, but then again, it was basically what I was used to. Like whenever I was dating a top, they always took control. They where they wanted to take control, and I had to sit back and be the submissive one. I'm not submissive, so I can't. Which is probably why I can't keep a man because I'm not submissive enough. Because a lot of men that I've dated, they want me to be a housewife. That ain't me. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. And
um, yeah, I just let people be who they are because a lot of times, and this is one of the reasons why I can't keep men anyways, because I attract a lot. I attract a lot of tops. I attract so many tops, and I'm just like, and because people see me, they see me in the makeup, they see me in the beat, and they expect me to be the submissive, like fanboy. That's just not who I am. That's just not what I like.
oh my god.
So unless you throwing them legs back, there's not much we can really talk about.
I remember a guy that I was initiating physical contact with, and he's a top, and he told me that I was too aggressive during sex, and he felt as though he should be the aggressor because he's the top, and I'm like,
I'm
oh
like, okay,
my god. So
uh,
so I said, what do you want me to do? Just lay there and let you do all the motherfucking work? Now, if I sit there and lay there and I do shit, then you gonna say I'm boring.
I'm just like, see, that just means that shouldn't be something you should subscribe to. Like, if you're just a naturally aggressive person in bed, be naturally aggressive because you're letting your body do what makes it feel good. And if they don't like it, then they're just not sexually compatible.
At all.
That's
Really.
all that means. And that's no shade because honestly, sex is gross. Sex is an exhausting, gross act. But you know what? We like to nut, so we have to do it. So you just got to find somebody that makes it feel comfortable for you.
You see that question right.
Nope.
Y'all got that answer, did it?
and,
Oh,
and we'll probably never do it unless the only person that I would ever do it for is if I've really found like somebody who I could see as my husband. And the way that these people act nowadays, I don't have any expectation of that happening, so I'm not really worried.
listen,
Because I'll
listen.
be damned.
Somebody called me, one of my friends, the friend that you met when we was in Atlanta, he called me a butch queen.
um, mm, you kind of are. Because you're not really traditionally feminine in any sort of way other than the obvious,
Yeah,
but that's really it. So that's that's my definition of what a butch queen is. I don't really know what I qualify as.
because he said, because it was me, him, and my friend Tay. I think we was out for drinks. He was calling all of us women or something like that, because we all women up in here. I'm like, you a woman, not me. I'm not no bitch. That's you. And so he was like, oh, I forgot you a bush queen.
Because I mean, it really depends. That's another individual thing. A lot of men don't like to be called girls, sis, she, her. Baby, I do that all the time with like my gay friends. Like when I'm comfortable with you, I'm calling you she.
Yeah, you called me her just last night, and I was
And
like,
did,
I'm like, bitch, you
and
know,
did.
you lucky is you, because I don't really take that from other people.
Because I don't think of it as any like it's not even shade. It's not even like a
No, it's
anything.
not shade. It's just that, because
But you know,
do it too. Terrence say her too, like, oh, here she go, girl. That's what Terrence is doing. But I guess if it's someone that I don't fucking know, I don't need you calling me girl, bitch. I don't know you.
I don't know you like that.
Like, you don't have a right to go there with me, bitch. Okay. What was the next topic? 'Cause we went from that gospel dude to talking about our own damn sex life, child. Shit.
So in Dallas this past week, there was a restaurant owner by the name of Kevin Kelly, and I don't know specifically what song he was playing, but he's the owner of a restaurant. And he actually, apparently, there were, young black women in his establishment. And he had a DJ at this restaurant that was playing a certain type of music. Something along the lines of, the 99 and the 2000, back that ass up, or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And as young black women would do, if a song like that comes on, they throw an ass. Okay. And so he actually stopped them and was like, y'all are gonna do that shit in here. This is not that type of establishment. If you don't like it, you can get the fuck out.
Oh wow.
Now, I see both sides to this because on one hand, if you want to have like a certain, atmosphere or decorum with your restaurant, that's fine. However, my problem with that is why are you playing ass shaking music if you don't want people to shake their ass? If you want people to be demure and have this high class, environment or atmosphere,
Play
play
some Motown.
fucking classical music.
Yeah, play some Temptations.
Okay, play some old school R&B. If
Yeah.
that's what you're trying to do, don't be talking playing some damn Cardi B and the City Girls. If you don't want people shaking their ass, if you have a problem with that. And my thing is, if you're trying to hold a class, then you telling black women to get the fuck out.
Yeah. I
Come
think he
on.
should have just said something to the actual people that were twerking. I think that maybe he should look into his playlist because you don't see no grocery stores playing on motherfucking back that ass up and uh
Bitch, if they did.
because if you going in the grocery store and they playing this shit, like they gonna get crunk in the grocery store. Like, I mean, that's what that type of music is.
I'm gonna get my life, bitch, sitting up in the damn frozen food aisle. Eh.
Because bad enough, in Kroger, they started playing This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan. And I know I was up in that bitch one day, I
Bitch,
was working, and next thing you know, I heard This Is How We Do It. I said,
hey. All the black people go, hey.
hey. Not only
But no,
that,
okay.
not only that, they
If I
started
had to play
playing Creep
devil's
by
advocate,
TLC
okay.
too. They were playing Creep by TLC too. Not only that, and I had
Not
to
creep,
like,
bitch.
yes, they did.
You gonna have people in the damn middle of the aisle by the toothpaste.
Listen, listen.
But no, let me play devil's advocate real quick. Let's say that he's, has a right to, like somebody had mentioned, he has a right to however he wants to do in the establishment. Tell that to the young women who were actually doing it. You was speaking generally to everybody.
Right.
And for the women, I mean, there's a time and a place because I can't really imagine twerking in a restaurant for real for myself. But if you play the song, I would expect that that's what you would expect from the like. If you're a DJ, the DJ's job is to try to hype up the crowd by whatever based off whatever crowd that they with.
That's true.
So if you have a crowd full of majority black people, especially black women, and you play a twerking song,
They're gonna
why
do it.
wouldn't you expect them to twerk?
They're just like going to a bar and grill that you claim is classy, and you turn around and you play I Need a Hot Girl by the Cash Money Millionaires. You think they're not gonna get up out their seat and start shaking their ass?
what? Where am I? Like, what do you expect? Like, this is a
Now,
part of culture.
like we get it on both ends. I just think that he could have handled it better, and I think they should have just sit their ass the fuck down.
Yeah, I mean, really, both people in the party could be viewed in the wrong. It's like, you can't be sitting up here throwing ass and people trying to eat their food next to you. But at the
Exactly.
same time, if you didn't want them to do that, you'd be like, could you mind, not doing blah, blah, blah. There's a way to ask people politely, but not
Right.
just cussing them out, telling them they can get the fuck out. Like,
It's
you know
one
this
thing
is
to
going
say
to happen there,
it's
right?
one thing to say get the hell out. That's one thing. But when you tell me to get the fuck out, oh bitch.
And I'm like, this is going viral, right? So, and the black women, from what I understood, was his largest clientele. So, you ain't making no business no more, right?
Right, it's going to go viral. They have decided to, people record everything now. They record every fucking thing now. So you're gonna look like a dumbass that told a bunch of people to get the fuck out. They're not gonna see it from your end at all. They're only gonna see it from the people end that you kicked the fuck out. So it's a bad look for you. They don't give a fuck about the damn people that you kicked out. It's a bad look
Mm-hmm.
for your ass because it's your business. So it's the way that you handle things. Like I said, I understand that you don't want bitches in your restaurant twerking that ass all over the damn floor. I understand, but if you don't want that, bitch, you better play some motherfucking Stevie Wonder, some damn
Exactly. And that would literally cease the problem.
exactly.
You play
Exactly.
Stevie Wonder, the worst you're going to get is the electric slide. Child.
It is what it is, child. That's all we can say on that. Like he got a point. Like I said, like he got a point. He does have a point as to what he will allow in his place of business. Bitch,
But
no.
not with the song, though. What That all goes out the window when you play back that ass up and throw that ass in a circle. I'm
If
literally
I
following.
had a if I had a restaurant and I want to play music at my restaurant and I want it to be a certain caliber of behavior in my restaurant, I'm not gonna play no ass up. ain't finna play no Destiny's Child jumping. We ain't finna play single ladies. We ain't finna play none of that shit. Okay. What we gonna play? We might play a little bit of Temptations, a little bit of Gregory Abbott, a little bit of Anita Baker, some Luther
Mm-hmm.
Vandross, some Teddy Pendergrass, some shit like that, some Denise Williams. We might even play Woman to Woman, but we ain't gonna play that shit.
They not you. No, you can't put woman to woman with the rest of them. You can't. You can't put woman. You can't. I'm approaching you as a woman. Not with Anita Baker, man. Oh, here we go.
Oh, we definitely not playing that shit. No, ma'am. And when I say woman to woman, I'm talking about the old school song, that May I Speak to Barbara song. Not the Keisha Cole and the Shanti song, but the old school woman to woman. But here we go, would never get played. Bitch, no. Shut me down if I ever play that bullshit. We ain't never playing it. No. No.
Oh, Lord.
It's never gonna happen.
Okay.
But
I'm through with
yeah, we're through it. We're definitely through with that. But now we're at the end of the show, and now we have to talk about the things that we have in store, things that we might have in store, some things that we do have in store that we can't really discuss. But let's just say that the year 2020, as much as it has sucked for everybody's social life, as much as it sucked for people's families because people have lost people to COVID-19 and everything like that. In regards to our YouTube quote unquote career, we have really moved in a certain type of way that has really helped us both out in so many ways. Before the year started, we said this before, it was around this time last year. I was in the worst time of my life, and Jamar wanted to do a podcast, but he also wanted to put his channel, get his channel back up, and do a resurgence. And we both wanted to do a resurgence because although I was still doing my videos, I wasn't really as consistent. I really wasn't growing, and I really wasn't doing anything to make it grow. It's like I really didn't give a fuck. Like the love for YouTube was just over. Like I didn't have the love, the excitement that I had about doing videos was gone. Cause just like the music industry changed, the YouTube world has changed, and it was difficult for us to figure out where exactly do we fit in this shit. Because it's not the way that it was when we first started. So we had to sit down and we wanted to talk about things and all of this other stuff. And we decided that we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And we must say that we're in a much better place than we were this
a
time.
year ago.
Yes, last year. Much better. I'm gonna let you take on. I'm gonna let you continue with that one. Yeah, we're in a much better place now.
Yeah, absolutely. Because really, before then, and I don't necessarily, want to take away from like the great things that we did, that I did, particularly with like my friend Maddie with over on his channel with Drag Race, which definitely helped build my platform. It still felt like it wasn't mine, and
Mm-hmm.
it was, I was still like sort of like a subset. There was like, I people were, anytime they would see me, they would look for us together, and I didn't feel like I had like an individuality.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we started to do like the web shows on my channel, and I was just like, I don't really know if this is gonna be something that the girls are gonna give a fuck about, because they know me for like commentary on Drag Race or anything like that. And bitch, for G status, I think like me, Scotty, and Terrence, out of the people who were talking about it, had like the highest rated stuff, and was getting recognized by the cast, the producers, and everybody. And it was like, even if you got recognized, they didn't like everybody. They loved us.
They
Even
did.
the people that I still gag to this day. that the two people I shaded the most from that show are like my closest friends to this day.
Right.
Cause they knew I talked shit about them, but they still took it in a non-vengeful way. Like I wasn't attacking the person. I was just talking about what I saw on the screen. And they were able to distinguish me from other people. And just that small fact allows me to be honest and truthful with these people, and they not take it a certain way, and them able to feel comfortable opening up to the conversation. That's why we have a lot of these interviews.
Yeah.
Because we have provided another safe space for them to come and feel like they're not going to get attacked. You know, they're not going to feel under this hot, light of being accused or uncomfortable. Like they come and they feel good. They tell us stuff we didn't expect them to tell us, but they do. And I feel like that's just because they feel comfortable. And I feel like that speaks volumes to, what me and Scotty are building here,
Um,
I
we
want
have
to. Oh, go
got
ahead.
certain we have gotten certain opportunities. I know that a lot of up and coming LGBT web series have reached out to me, and probably Jamar as well. They've reached out to want to work, like do interviews and things of that nature, or possibly hosting certain things that I can't talk about that right now.
Mm-hmm.
About that publicly.
Featured and shit.
Yeah,
Let's
features.
next year. A lot of the platforms that we talk about, you'll probably see us on those platforms.
I believe that, and not to mention, when we got into 2020, my life was starting to get back to where it normally is, and all the while, me and Jamar was working on trying to make our brands better. I got into the Justice League, and that was just something that I kind of fell into. I wasn't expecting to be a part of that group. Like like we were merely all reviewing Chasing Dallas, and they invited me to one of their interviews or something. This is before the whole Justice League name even came about. They were just a group of people that was doing interviews, and they invited me, and they thought I wouldn't want to do the shit because I had more subscribers than them. But I don't give a fuck about this shit. Like it is what it is. Like like yes, I'm a YouTube vet, all this other great stuff, but the subscriber count really don't matter at this point in time. Like it really doesn't matter. Like it don't. And I do thank Abby and YB and L Teddy and really B for even allowing myself and Terrence and the Cats Me Out to even be a part of that, because that was their shit first before they even brought us three into it. And not only did they bring us into it, they even fuck with Jamar as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that was also something that worked. Like I still work with them. Sometimes it can be a slippery slope sometimes, because I work with them and I work with Jamar too. So sometimes it can be a slippery ass slope sometimes. But it does work. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people, then again, you do have the people that don't really fuck with us like that. You might have some that don't really, because, whatever. Like, I'm trying not to even mention that shit. However,
Really, there's only one.
it's really one,
There's really only one
and
that
we don't say
truly doesn't fuck with us because there's really no reason not to.
no reason whatsoever. No reason. I mean, it's just someone that got in their feelings. Um, Again, I did not drag them like that. They were barely around for me to drag. So
He didn't get dragged any more than anybody else we talked about. And yet somehow, even let's take Devon, for example. If y'all looked on the interview that we had with Devon did not like me.
no, he did not, which I was surprised by.
Contrary to my belief in the things that I said. But he kept watching and was able to look from what I was saying objectively. And now that's my bitch.
That's what I'm
Me and
saying.
Devon talk on the phone all the time. And it's just like, that's how you have to be as a person on these kind of platforms, we've actually, you know what? There's two people. One that's come on the platform and one that has not and never will. Because they're not able to process that. They're not at the maturity level to take that kind of undertaking. So,
But my thing is that if you can give everybody else on the show that you're on all this fever and talk all this shit, then why are you so offended when somebody gives an opinion on your actions on a reality show? And we interview people, so interviewing people is a way for you to tell your side of the story, and maybe we can see you in a different light when we do the interview. That's what the whole purpose of it is. But instead, you got people that want to just shade, read, want to go and do interviews on people and talk about them like a dog and attack their physical appearance and all this other stuff. Like, do it. You want to call me ugly and big nose and all this other bullshit that you probably, because I didn't watch it, but what you probably call me, it doesn't matter. Like, I've been called worse. Like, I've been talked about worse. Like really, someone told me the worst thing that somebody could have ever said to me under a video was that they hope I get raped. That was probably the worst thing somebody could have said to me on YouTube. So I have had worse things said about me.
I bet you they
But,
were.
huh?
I bet you they were Caucasian.
I don't know if it was under a Love and Hip Hop video, child. So I don't know who. What it is.
Because it's like we don't usually take that route when it comes to insults. We usually call people bald headed, ugly, busted. We're not gonna wish rape on. That's very
That's
uncommon.
a bit much to
That's
do.
very
You
uncommon
know
among.
what I mean? And I feel like at this point, with us growing a lot, people are going to come for us. And I noticed that now. Like I've noticed it. The more my subscriber count jumps up, the more the trolls come, and that's very unfortunate. But that's what it is. And there are people that we started with that has way more subscribers than us, and I feel like some of those people probably look down upon us because we're not on their level as far as numbers are concerned, but we are still able to get certain opportunities with the numbers that we do have. And that's really real talk. That ain't no shade. That's real talk. Like we are
Because
able to get certain opportunities with the numbers that we have.
most of these, I mean, like most of the people, like of course they know people are gonna reach out to them. People feel like it's gonna be, some clout numbers thing, but people feel comfortable. Like if they feel like they're not being used
Hmm.
for number, or they feel like the space that they're going in is going to be toxic, or they're going to feel uncomfortable, like they're not going to do it. If you put out content that reflects like, oh, you're messy, oh, you're judgmental, or you're this, you're that, you look unobjectively, that people are not going to be attracted to your platform. They're probably not going to accept the interview. We've asked people for interviews, and then there's also people who reach out to us for interviews. We don't
They
even have to ask sometimes.
they do. They do reach out. A lot of times they do reach out. Like it's a web. As a matter of fact, we didn't get to talk about it, but since we're talking about opportunities, this new web series that's coming out, is it Web Life ATL?
Hmm.
They've already reached out to me already. They've already discussed things with me. They've already talked about things that they wanted to work with. Because I think they reached out to Jamar too. Like they've already been talking to us about certain things. So it says a lot about what we're doing. Like we didn't know that this would be a lane that we would be
I, hello.
far. Like we'll be
Now, I'll
far.
say this: they haven't the particular production company hasn't reached out to me. However, Carl, that's from the show, we had spoke recently. I know Carl has recently started going into music and had his rap thing, and he did a live with Miss Stevie, who is another black content creator on here. He said he wanted to take like more of a personal record, or more personal approach, softer and less aggressive for his next project. And he had invited me to do a hook on one of his records.
He just followed me maybe a couple of days ago on Instagram.
Okay, him and then for Tramel's next EP, we're writing a song together.
See what I'm saying?
I'm just like, when you are just an authentic person, shit just happens. When you're fake, phony, and fraudulent, it's just not. It's.
It's not even just the opportunities that we get from these web series, but it's also other things. Like I've been asked to do product promotion. I never would have gotten asked to do that a long time ago. Like I've been asked to do product promotion. Other YouTubers want to collaborate with me. Like Layla Lynn and I are doing a video in a few weeks. That's big. Yes, she's been on our platform before, but it's even bigger that she invited me to her big ass platform that got 300,000 subscribers that watch her all the time, and I'm about to be seen on that platform. So I just feel like this year has been a good year for us, YouTube wise. It really has. This is the most visibility that we've ever gotten, and all after all these years, this is the most visibility that we've got. And on top of that, like I'm a part of the Justice League as well, and some people in the Justice League got their own things as well. Like YB and the Cast Me Out have their own podcast, the Kitty Box. They got their podcast on all streaming platforms. They also have their roundtable show called the Yes God Roundtable. I think Really B and Il Teddy they do live. I think like educational type live because they're both educators and stuff like that. They do that. Abby does reviews on makeup, and I think sometimes her and Really B they come together and do things. And of course, me and Terrence do things together as well. So it's and sometimes I just come together with just the guys and do stuff. So it's like and I've got a whole panel that I created at random and did not know that it was gonna take off the way that it did. You know what I mean? Of course, you got to say for you that don't like it, but who give a fuck at this point? You ain't gonna be able to please everybody. But I even got that going on, and I didn't know that it was gonna like go the way that it did. So at the end of the day, like at this point, we have. I think it's our time. At this
Yeah,
point, I feel like it is our time. Like we haven't always been the most. We haven't always been the most confident in ourselves. Because we've received a lot of setbacks on here. You know what I mean? Like it can
that's
be
true.
a little bit intimidating. Not really intimidating, but it could be like a confidence squasher at times. Like when you, I know it was for me because when I was cool with certain people, and then they'll go, they were not really surpassing, but they were growing faster than I was, and I was happy for them, no doubt. But when you would hear people say shit about subscribers and my numbers is this and that, and then you sitting there, and then you supposed to be cool with these people, and then they down and people with less subscribers, and I be like, God damn, well, how the fuck you feel about me then? I must be irrelevant as well if my numbers aren't like yours. You know what I mean? Sometimes we put too much stock into numbers as well. I think at this point, I honestly like the sub count is great, but who cares? I think it has more so to do with the genuine support because a lot of people do say that smaller platforms are better because those are people that genuinely fuck with you. Like when you have a big platform, a lot of the times people be hate watching.
Okay, and then as soon as you gone, they gone like a gust of the wind. Like they real finicky.
Like people get a bit fickle sometimes. Like you really don't know exactly what you can do to keep your shit going. But I think for us, it's more of the consistency thing. That's what we're doing at this point. We're just trying to keep it consistent. Like keep it going, keep it moving. Even with us having 50 plus people in the chat is a lot for us because when we get large numbers like that, it's because we have a guest
Usually,
usually. But we like people may look down on having 50 people in your chat, but I don't.
it's not. But you're not used to it. It's Not when you used to having like six.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, like support is support. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I just feel like we have come a long way, and it's even with the shit that we did with like the best thing that we did with the prelude. I think my favorite thing outside of Evie showing her ass with the ghetto view.
That was still the funniest video that
Thing.
we have. Bitch, oh child, I need to watch that again.
Oh, I watch it all the time. Oh,
I
I
need
watch
to
it.
watch it again because I was high as a motherfucker.
But outside of that, I think the best thing that we did was do the OG panel. That was the funnest. That was probably one of the best things that we could have done. And we brought everybody together. And it was even better when I did my 20K because Rocks was up there.
Bitch, the girl, y'all don't understand. We,
Rocks don't do
we've been trying to get Ross to be a part of some sort of collaborative project for like the past 5 years. Mind you, she's participated in the blackout because it was more like a live event. But as far as like a video, something panel thing like that, she was not with it.
She
I
ain't
tried
with
to get her to be in my collab video. She said, "I'll catch you next time, baby."
And when she agreed to do mine, I didn't know how to take that. Because I'm so used to her saying, I don't want to do it. I'm not really into this type of stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm used to her saying that. But when she agreed, like, I'm like, bitch, let me call Jamar right now. Jamar said, did you have to pay her to do that?
Bitch, I swear you had to, bitch, because she was not
She
coming
was
on
not having
screen.
it. When I tell
She
you
was
she was
not.
not having it, she was not having it. She was not having it. Like, straight up, not having it. And, her. Miles, Kevin, Bundy, James, so many different people that was up there to the point to where I had to do three different groups of people. That goes to show you how much people respect me as a content creator and as a person. Being humble to your peers takes you a very long way. And it makes you not only easy to work with, but it gives people a thing where people don't mind working with you. It's just like when people reach out to me and Jamar for interviews, or they reach out to us to possibly host their shows or to do this. Because if you really want to be real, because we said this before, if you really want to be real about it, when it came down to G status, most of the cast pre- preferred that us two hosted it, and they
Hello.
cast, okay,
Hello.
cast.
Hello. Because and it was so what made it worse is that we've asked everybody because you were with me in the in the back of the Uber and I got on live with Sharad. I asked Delicious. We asked Devon on the interview. I've asked Tramel.
But
Everybody there was like, we would have much preferred y'all to host that reunion because guess what? We actually watched the show.
and
We
I,
watched the
I,
show and we interacted with the cast.
I said, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ike even said that he mentioned it to the producers at one point that we should be the ones to host it. I mean, it would have been cheaper.
Hello?
We would have just been
'Cause-
happy to be.
And y'all picked these people because they had these large platforms. Child, most people surprisingly that watched the show didn't even know who they were.
I didn't, and that ain't even no shade.
And
I,
it's like, yeah, they look nice, but quality, quality.
it's just like when I'm gonna use that as I'm gonna use this as an example. It's just like when I was watching Unsung one time, and SWV was talking about their third album and how the record label wasn't focused on making the quality music that they were used to making. They were trying to throw all these big names, paying all this money to throw these big names on their album. Like they paid all this money for Snoop Dogg to be on their album. They paid all this money for Lil Kim to be on their album. They paid all this money for Foxy Brown to be on their album. All this money for Redman to be on their album. But the album turned out to be trash. All this money for Puff Daddy to be on their album. Only for it to be one of their worst albums.
Whose album is this?
SWV.
Oh,
They hate that album. It was called Release Some Tension. That was the last album that they had on a major label before they broke up. I remember Lily saying, "You paying all this big money for all these names, and you're not thinking about the quality aspect of the music." It's just like with their reunion. You trying to pay all these big names because you're thinking it's gonna drive people to your show, but sometimes big names is not the one all be all. I think sometimes we want to get big names for quick results. And I just don't think that that really works out at the end of the day. And this is not, again, this ain't me shading nobody. I'm just
it's the
looking at it
truth, bitch.
just the fucking truth. At the end of the day, it is what it is. We watched the show. We could have asked the questions that needed to be fucking asked. We could have done all of that.
And even like, okay, even if they had like structured questions, just think of how much better content you would have gotten from conversations that we would have had with the cast because they know us. They're comfortable with us. So you would have gotten more out of the cast to talk about certain stuff because it would be because with people they don't know, it's gonna feel like an interview. There's gonna be like anxiety, some sort of sense of being uncomfortable. Like, but if you're talking to your friend that you're comfortable with, it's like, oh girl, bitch, yeah, such and such and such and such. But then if you're not, it's like, well, I did da 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 blah 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 blah. That's it's I don't understand how you can be in production and not know that. That is simple.
And
If you're
it
trying to get somebody to host,
and it would have been cheaper. I keep on saying it. It would have been cheaper because even now, with me doing product placement and stuff like that, like promoting people's product, when people ask me what's my fee, I always say, being that I'm new to this, what I only want to work with what you're comfortable with. Give me a range and I'll pick the price. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. Because I'm new to it. We would have been new to hosting. We're not here to try to negotiate no big ass, steep ass price to pay us. Shit, you could have paid us $400 and we would have went up there.
and probably I'm sure we were cheaper than whatever they cost you,
Lit.
and you would have gotten better content because they didn't even know what they were talking about
Who they were talking to.
or who they were talking to, and like as again, I forgot to say what made it worse is it'd be one thing if we had to watch this on screen. We had to
Every
watch it
said,
happen live.
Every
We were
said,
sitting
Every
right.
said, unstable hustle.
Who said that?
Every said that. Every,
Abby, you are blocked.
I just said unstable.
Abby, you are blocked. But we were right there. Like you could have easily just been like, you know what, y'all, this ain't working out. Jamar, Scotty, come up here. Ask these questions, host this reunion, child.
Yeah, let me sit right there. We said,
And we look good, bitch.
I dressed my ass off for that.
And we look good.
What? Okay, like,
And
bro.
what makes me sad is that we've talked about this, what happened at the reunion, countless times between ourselves and our guests. And it is very likely that y'all will not get to see any of it.
Mm-hmm.
You only have to imagine based off of what we tell you. Because they have footage. Don't let them tell you that they don't have anything from the
They
reunion.
have footage. It's just
They
not.
don't have anything to tell the kind of story that they want to tell, but they
Mhm.
can show what happened.
Definitely.
They can do that, but they're not going to do that because it'll make them look bad. Worse than
Right.
they already look. And they still have 3 more episodes to put out, which we'll never see because no one's recording green screens. So it's really a shame because I got serenaded by Ike in that damn reunion, and I want to see it over and over.
He serenaded Jamar.
He really did. That's not even a lie. Because we was in the front, and he asked this question, and he pointed at me and sucked straight at my ass because he knew I was right there. And again, that only happened because we interviewed him the week before and he knew who we were.
Right.
And he had a rapport with us, which will take you much further than whatever imaginary number you think you have.
I mean, it's even with the come up. I know Jamar doesn't watch this show, but it's even with the come up. Like they give me and Terrence and Bubs like all the disrespect and a rapport and all of this. Like it. I'm telling you, I think not only is Jamar and I headed to another level. But I think Terrence is, Evie is as well, because she just hit 1,000 subscribers. So shout out
Everybody
to Evie.
listening up.
I think all of us are headed to another direction at this point, and I think it's a great thing. And
Black excellence.
it's like, and I'm happy to see it because it takes me back to when we were coming up and how everybody used to support each other and all of this other stuff. 'Cause y'all gotta understand that's where we came from. That's the era we fucking came from 2010 to about
Mm-hmm.
2015. That's the era that we fucking came from, where everybody supported everybody, they shouted everybody out, they did all of that, like straight up. You don't
We
do
could
that like
all
that.
watch the same show and we would tell each other like, I can't watch such and such review yet because I haven't done mine yet. And then like once it's uploaded, we will sit there and watch everybody's review talking about the same show.
The same
It
thing.
wasn't like a view count competition. It wasn't a subscriber competition. It wasn't none of that. It was just us finding other people that were entertaining on the same platform, and we ended up just all knowing each other.
Hmm. And that's it.
I'm telling you, and I'm grateful for those relationships that I've made too, because those we still have them, even though we may not talk all the time. We still have them.
Definitely still have them. Definitely. And people be I think it's still a surprise to some people because you and I are friends or still friends and they be thinking that this is just a co-host, we got a show, we got a podcast to come out type of situation. No.
Oh no. The whole reason why this even came out, all of what y'all see on tonight is like if we just decided to call each other one day, be like, girl, did you watch the damn award show? And then we would just all this is a phone conversation. We're just doing it in front of y'all.
Basically. Basically.
This is really we're just doing it in front of y'all. That's the only difference.
Right, so why is Rebel mad? I'm not mad at. I don't even know Rebel like that. I saw him one time at the fucking G Status reunion in Shade. I didn't even know that was him. So I don't even know what he mad about because I ain't did shit to him. I don't say nothing about Rebel, so I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't really care. I don't have time for negative shit. Like, it is what it is because I don't know him. I don't say nothing about him. The only time that I may have said anything in regards to him was when he came at Jamar in that live, and I didn't appreciate that. And Jamar is my friend, so of course I was not really with that. But other than that, he ain't really did nothing to me. When I saw him in person again, I did not know that was him. We was at the G Status reunion and somebody just rolled up on me and spoke and I spoke back and I asked Jamar, "Do you know him?" And Jamar was like, "No, I don't even know him." I'm like, because it was crazy because I honestly did not know him at all when he spoke. So and I spoke back. I wasn't rude. I wasn't a bitch. It is what it is. But what the only thing I didn't like about him was that he disrespected Jamar, and then lately he been coming in everybody's live being disrespectful. So I don't know what the hell he mad at, but I ain't did shit. So you know, wait a minute. What the hell? Ooh, I see it.
I'm not just, I'm not just talking out my ass.
Oh, I see it.
I'm not just talking out my ass.
We working, bitch.
And I just got that just now.
Right, we working,
I'm
bitch.
not talking out my ass.
All I gotta say is this, okay, and this will close out the show because we did a great job at staying on task because y'all know I got to go to work at I got to get up in the morning, so I got to go. But This just goes to show you that slow and steady wins the race. It doesn't matter long as you keep long I feel like long as you believe in yourself and long as you have that confidence in yourself, I feel like at the end of it all, you will prosper and you will continue. The moment me and Jamar sat the fuck down on that phone and Jamar was trying to get me out of my funk, because I lost the house, I lost a residence and a man within the same damn
Both of which you didn't need.
within the same month. 2 days ago made a year since that relationship ended. I was going through all that stuff in the darkest space in my life, and Jamar came to me with this plan to get our feet back into the game the way we supposed to. And when we both agreed that we would do our best to make that happen, it's happening. Now the prelude wasn't in the plans, but it happened. COVID is the reason why that happened. But that happened. But
I don't know why I feel I sound like a broken record, bitch, but I still have to look at that damn artwork that I worked for like 4 hours on with my. I really like. I mean, I can't. I don't want to. I'll say her name and shout her out and give her all the coots and the artist who. And then again, the girl that that made our artwork for our podcast is a girl that I have been known since like 2013,
mm-hmm.
somewhere around there, who played The Sims, and then she just so happened to be a part of the same petty army that I am, and has supported me for years. And I featured on some of her Sim stuff. And then when I asked her, because she does like all the artworks and thumbnails for her channel, when I asked her to do it, she was like, "Oh yeah." And I tried to pay her. I tried to pay her. She would not
Right.
let me pay her. She would not let me pay her. And I brought Scotty in, and we was like halfway through, and he gave his input, and we got what we got. And it was amazing. I'm just like, you never know.
We already got the artwork. We already got the name. All we got to do is get the next thing which is why we got the whole GoFundMe thing going on. And the last time I checked, it said $730. That's where it's at now because I checked it earlier today. So
Mm-hmm.
we're almost at our goal at this point in time. So we're almost there. We can buy the
Baby.
shit on our own, but other than that, we almost there. So the podcast is coming. I think we'll still do the prelude too. Maybe more so for interviews and all this other stuff. Maybe we could do. I don't know, but
I
I
kind
think
of wanted to, well, we'll probably do it. We'll keep it here until we kind of get used to how that other platform works and how to put stuff out. But it would be great to have them on just the sound as well, just because I want to really make that its own thing. I want that to turn into the primary once we get used to how it works. Because, like I said,
yeah,
we've been very much inspired by the Read, and the Read do everything on one platform.
okay.
And hey,
We
I'm
gonna
trying
get
to.
together like I think that with especially for me being that I'm doing LGBT shows is kind of opening me up to the gay audience because I did not have the gay audience. My audience was mainly women, so I did not have the gay audience. So it's opening me up to that. And we just want to use the end of this show to praise ourselves because we don't give ourselves enough praise. We don't give ourselves the flowers that we fucking deserve. And after all this time we've been on YouTube, we are finally seeing our shit grow. Our names are getting out there. People are noticing us. They are wanting to work with us. It's crazy how they working with us now after all these years. And we are smaller YouTubers than most people. You would think that some of these opportunities would go to other people, but they're coming to us. They think we're good enough to work on this shit. And I
Mhm.
feel like even though I don't have as many subscribers as other people, I'm still getting certain opportunities that they will probably get. So, and I
Uh,
just, I just think that it's because of our personalities and we're easy to work with. I think that's really what it is. I think
mhm.
humbleness and reputation is everything. And even then, even with reputation, now that I'm at 20,000 subscribers and Now I'm at the 10-year mark, and now I'm considered a vet. It's still weird that me and Jamar are considered vets when we were the new people for a long time. We were the
Still
new.
new. I mean, we can't really be new, but we're still just smaller
Yeah, we're just smaller,
because we
but
ain't new to the game at all.
yeah. Now we're considered vets. We up there with the Scorpion show and Kingsley and all them people are like they're all vets. So we're now vets. And being that we are there, I look at my shit in a different way now. Um, because I want to keep my quote. I don't like using the word brand, but my quote unquote brand at a certain place. It's just some things I ain't willing to do. Like I know I have gotten shit. People have asked me to work with them on certain stuff, and I was, nah, I'm not sure about that. I don't want to be affiliated or associated with certain stuff. Drama and shit. I don't want to part of it. I don't. No, I don't. I support you though. I'll give you a view and everything, but I don't know if I want to go and be a part of it. Shit, I don't know.
I agree.
Because I'm usually the one that sees a YouTuber that's on the come up, and if I like them, oh, you want to come on my platform? Oh, you want to come on the panel? Blah 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 blah. Now I have to be selective, and I be feeling bad that I'm being selective. But sometimes you have to be selective now. At some point, you have to be.
True, because some people, when they're new, they don't always know how. They haven't gotten like the groove yet. They haven't figured them who they are as the personality yet to
Mm-hmm.
fit in with other people who are probably somewhat more established in their personality online. So it's good to still give an opportunity, but you do have to vet some people out. You can give them a chance, but then that might just be your depending on how they go.
Right. Yeah, because like I said, it's people that have been like it's people that I enjoy, but it's like I don't know if I would want like I don't know if I want to do because it's people that I enjoy, but the shit that they dabble in, I don't want to be I don't want that to taint me because they dabble in this shit. Like they may be entertaining as hell to me, but I don't know if I want to do the shit that they do because it ain't me. Like I ain't with the drama. It's just like with people, just like the shit that happened, and we brought this up already, but it's just like the shit with old boy from that show. We don't do that. We don't be arguing with people. Old boy from that show, Roman numeral, that boy, with that boy. We don't do that stuff. Like we don't argue on social media. We don't go back and forth making videos about each other. Like we don't do that. So as hard as it was for me not to go back to who Jamar met me as.
Huh?
I said, who you met me as, bitch.
Oh, girl,
That's what I
I thought you
said.
said Jamar is messy ass. I said, excuse me?
No, I did not call you messy, even though you are, but I ain't call you messy. However, when you want to be. However,
Girl, fuck you.
I just didn't do it. Because I'm like, what's the purpose? What's the purpose? What's the
I
purpose
mean, if
of
it's
going?
not a part of it, doesn't align with what we're doing over here, then it's like,
Yeah, like, what's the purpose? Like, a motherfucker called me ugly. Okay, who cares? A motherfucker called me a bully. Who cares? Like, what's the point?
I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Anybody that has paid any attention to either of our platforms know that that's not true.
Yeah,
So
but
your validity is already out the window.
somebody else asked me, if they apologize, would you accept it?
Sure. Would you be invited on the platform immediately? Absolutely not. But I would definitely take it. I'm not that vindictive of a bitch because it's like resolution and all that stuff. But I would have to genuinely, we would have to have a discussion as to why we even got to that place in the first place. Because otherwise, I would feel like you'd just be saying it so we stop talking shit about you. Apparently, he feels different. But I do. This is the right way to do this, but I want to try to show this flyer that I did, but it's not gonna look right on the screen. I wish you knew how to screen share, Beach.
Let me see something.
Because do we want to announce what it is, or do you want to try to see if you can test to see if you can get the screen share first?
I think I can do it. You might need to send it to me or something.
Um. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I can do that. I can DM it to you.
Okay, okay, okay. I
Like I
think
did
it'll
with
work.
the other ones. So, ooh, what happened? Oh, there you go.
On Twitter or Instagram?
Twitter.
Okay. See, this is the shit I hate. See, okay. No, because
I
when you on StreamYard actively, it slows shit down.
well, that's what. Luckily, it's just like a photo, so it's not like you're trying to stream a video or nothing with no sound.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is our way of closing out, y'all, to let y'all know what we got coming next week.
And then it won't actually be next Wednesday. We had to alter it
No,
to
it won't be next.
our guests.
Yeah, we had to accommodate the two people that's coming on. So let me see if this works. So this is our way of ending tonight's show. Because again, I got to go because I got to get up early in the morning. So as soon as I get the fuck out here and taking all the shit off, I'm going to fuck bed. So this is how we gonna do this. Let me see something here.
Fingers crossed this works. That you can get it to work.
If it works. I can see if it works now. Now, it says share. Let's see. Can you see it?
No. Oh, oh, there it is. There it is,
Y'all see
bitch.
it?
Do y'all see it?
That is got going on next week, okay? That's what we got going on next week, okay?
Bitch,
That's
we
what we got
got
going on.
Lil
So,
Kendra
why
and
don't you do the
Wayne the
honors of
Pay.
letting, yes, let them know what we got. Why don't you do the honors of letting them know what we got going on officially? Because I was still talking while you were talking. So go ahead and let them know officially what we got going on next week. Let them know. Let them
So,
know. Let them know.
I'm gonna tell you how we actually got this going on because me and D. Rashard, if y'all not following her, go support my good sister. She invited me on her Instagram live to do makeup chronicles. So we were on her Instagram live doing our thing, and Kendra came into the live, and we both talked about how much we wanted to interview her, and she was like, I'm gonna get to y'all. I haven't been doing interviews just yet, but I'm gonna get to y'all. So I was like, I screenshotted that and use it as proof. So then a couple of days later, Wayne was actually the one that DM'd me on Instagram and then followed me and was like, can we do an interview on the 9th? And I think he ended up having to move it to the 10th because I think they're doing an interview with Imani. So I was like, baby,
Mm-hmm.
let's do it. We usually do our interviews on Wednesdays, but if we can get y'all on the Thursday, that's perfectly fine. So both Kendra and Wayne have agreed to do the interview on our platform together, and we are going to talk about the things. We are going to talk
Okay.
about the things. And no, you will not have a chair thrown at you, young Rich. You won't. But I am so excited for this interview, y'all. Kendra is one of my favorites. I know we can disagree on the behavior that she did, in episodes, but god damn it if it's not entertaining. Okay?
The
And
disrespect you gave it.
first of all, I keep wanting to just, pop my own puss for this flyer, bitch. This shit is pussy.
I like it. I
This
love
is
the
my
flyer.
favorite one that I've ever made.
Yes, that's my favorite one too. I love this one.
And I'm working on the next one after that.
Oh yeah, I already work a child. Listen, like yes, the prelude is on my channel, but Jamar puts just as much into it as I do. Like a lot of the times, Jamar makes all of the fucking flyers. Okay, that's number one. He makes all the flyers, and sometimes I'm able to get an interview, and sometimes is able to get. So we work together on this shit. Honestly,
Hmm.
it's not like I do it all by myself just because it's on my channel. He works just as hard. These damn flyers and
Everything that I
thumbnails.
get, anytime I get anything, I send you screenshots.
Yes, he does. And we discuss it and we talk about it and we be like, okay, yay or nay, we're gonna do it, whatever. That's what we're doing. So next week is our interview with Wayne DePayne and Lil Kendra. It's gonna be on next Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And I am excited. I feel like this is gonna be eventful interview, just like our interview that we did with Devon.
Now, baby,
I feel like it's a good one. And the one
we're
with
gonna
Devon,
know it is our highest one. We're gonna know exactly how that interview is gonna go within the first 15 minutes when we're backstage.
yes,
Assuming that they're on
definitely.
time. I really hope that they are on time and that nothing goes wrong and they can both be there and present. Cause if so, we are in for a bitch.
That's
This is
gonna be
gonna be
good.
great. I'm excited and nervous at the same time. I ain't even gonna lie.
And I think as soon as we get off of here, I'm gonna post the flyer on my Instagram and on
Mm,
my community blog on YouTube. So we this is gonna be a big one for us. Okay, so and this ain't the only interview that we got for Chasing Atlanta because we got another one after that.
absolutely not. The very next week with another duo. Amen.
Okay. Yes, we do. We got another one. Yeah, bitch, I said we working. Y'all don't understand. We are working. Okay.
And
Like
look,
we getting this shit.
and look, Scott, I showed you those screenshots from my Instagram DMs just now. I showed you those
We are
Instagram.
working. We are working bitches, like I said. Okay. And be on the lookout for other things from us. The web like ATL. I cannot wait till that starts coming on. Okay. Be on the lookout for interviews from that. Also they're not here because this is not their show. But Terrence and Bubs and we do interviews with the Come Up Miami cast, and we have an interview coming up with them Friday, this upcoming Friday. Like I think the interview's gonna be at maybe 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central Time. We're gonna be interviewing Jamal from the Come Up Miami. So yes, we'll be doing that. Like I said, we have a lot of things coming up. And it's some like I said, I shared this with Jamar before we went live, but it's something that I got approached for just today, and I can't talk about it. I'll be glad when I'm able to talk about it. Lord knows I'll be so happy when I'm able to talk about it. But bitch, this is the beginning. Like, 2021 looks good for me and Jamar. I'm just gonna go
Mhm.
on down the
At
stage.
least yours is confirmed already. The thing that I can't talk about, it's not confirmed, but they might as well. Bitch, yes, we sickening. We're
Yeah,
sickening.
yes, okay? And we have every right to pat the puss and the dick. We have every right to pat both. Okay, bitch? We have every right. You wanna know why we have the right? Because we worked too motherfucking hard and had so many motherfucking setbacks and we doubted ourselves for a long goddamn time. But we here. That's it.
It's just a blessing. I just thank God. That's all I can say.
I want to give honor to God, who's ahead of my life,
Hallelujah.
and everybody that supports us. Okay, like everybody that's on the team, Scotty and Jamar train. We really do appreciate that. One day we gonna get to a point to where we'll come to, because we tried this years ago, but it wasn't the right time. But one day we gonna come together and do something where we get all of our subscribers together, like do a small, like a dinner or something like that, and have our alum up there. It'd be so much fun if that happens. We would love
Oh
to.
yeah.
I'd love to do that. Like, that'd be great if we did something
I think
Like,
we both had situations where a subscriber or supporter of ours would see us for the first time and scream.
and I don't know if I'm ready for that.
And I was like, why are you screaming?
Baby,
So,
I was 21 one time and this girl started screaming. And I'm like, what is
that's it never I will never take that for granted. I won't ever understand it, but I'm thankful for it.
exactly okay? But
I will never be able to take myself that seriously.
at
To my
all, at all. Okay?
never.
But But with that being said, though, y'all, we can end it here. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, even though we was all over the place, but we still gave y'all a good show. And not to mention, we closed the show by praising ourselves, something that we never really get a chance to do. Praising ourselves, showing everybody that we are actually working as a team to get this shit to where it needs to be. Like I said, this is the most visibility we've had since we've been
By
on.
ourselves, we may get like a 20. This is like double.
Okay. The only time back in the day, the only time y'all would see any visibility from me is when I was on Justin J's channel doing a video with him. That's the only time y'all would see me anywhere else outside of my own damn channel. Now you see me every mother. Y'all gonna see me all over the goddamn place. It really, you know what? Before we go though, let me just say this too, Jamar. What really stuck out to me was that Love is a Friend show that Markel from Chasing Dallas produced, and he placed the Justice League in a promo where we was all on it at the same time. Everybody saw our faces. We promoting our channels and shit. And I remember I was looking at a message board, and somebody was like, "I just saw Scotty on the just saw Scotty on some show I was watching. Take YouTube by storm, then, or something like that." And I'm like, I ain't took them by storm yet, but I guess I'm on the way. You know what I mean? Like when I saw that and I see everybody looking at me, I'm like, bitch, I ain't never seen this type of.
Baby, like you said, 2020 was a great year for our platforms. And it's the way that we ended 2021. Bitch.
We coming
We
through.
might be the right. Listen, don't believe me? Just watch.
Just watch. And also, one thing about that, whatever success we get, we will never let that come between us two. That'll never come between us at all. Period. You know.
Because it's never gonna be like a sense of, oh, it's leaving one person. We're not gonna go anywhere without bringing the other person with us. So
But
it's no tea. Any success that we have is each other's success because we
But
doing this thing.
people gonna try to put bugs in your ear and all this. So, people already be trying already because I had to because one of the last shows we did, Jamar's a snake, Scotty. I know he's a snake. Jamar's a snake. Jamar's a snake. Child,
Don't be knowing the first thing if girl.
Jamar's a snake.
Maddie and Scotty can attest to that.
Exactly. If he was a snake, how the hell we still friends? And we've been
Baby,
friends.
if I was a snake, I could say all kind of shit.
It's so much shit that we don't fucking say. Okay, it's a lot that we don't fucking say on this bitch. That's what y'all got done. It's a lot we don't say now. It's a lot we don't say. A
Because
lot.
there's something that Scotty knows about me that my own mother doesn't know about me.
Okay.
So don't try me with that shit. Come on now.
They be trying.
That's not the kind of drama you're gonna get over here.
No. Okay. Like no. Like I just feel like this. Like at the end of the day, because people really don't believe that you can really be friends with people on YouTube. Like people really got that thing, but it is what it is. Like as different as we are the same at the same time. So it's like it works that way, and we have an understanding about a lot of things, and that's why it works, and that's why our show works, and that's why. Because to be honest, like when we did our interview with Ike and when we did it with Jamar, the first thing people was commenting on is the genuine friendship we had.
Mhm.
That's the first thing that they said. Even people that we came up with like Bundy and Ashley and Rox, they are all happy for us. And
Because they watched us work hard.
right,
They watched the groundwork that we put in. They saw us be from just commenters on our channels to try to like create our own platforms from no subscribers and them shouting us out and us trying to work and be consistent. Like they saw us put in the groundwork.
exactly. So why wouldn't they be proud? And even like Bundy said, on one of the last panels that we did, she was like, I don't see why people would even question you and Jamar's relationship. Y'all all over Instagram with each other. So I don't see why they would sit up there and try to say, I said, listen, people
They
are
don't feel like two gay men can be genuinely friends without it being some sort of what do they call it? Pecking order or crabs in a barrel type shit.
yeah. I mean, if Jamar was a snake, why was he the one that lasted as far as my friendships are concerned on YouTube?
Now we know which one was a snake.
And with that being said, you guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Jamar's channel. Follow him on all social medias as Jamar84. I think TikTok is Jamar840.
Zero. Mm-hmm.
That's his TikTok. And he be lit on TikTok. Um, My Instagram is Scotty underscore by underscore nature. That's my Instagram handle. My Twitter name is Scotty by Nature One. Be sure to follow me on both platforms. I always follow back. If I don't, all y'all gotta do is send me a DM and I will follow back. Trust me. And if you want to be a part of my Team Scotty fan group on Instagram, you can do so. We may shit. I don't know. Jamar want to be doing all this Team Scotty and Jamar group text shit. I don't know if he want to do all that group messages. Is
Not
too
on Instagram because I've had to stop a couple of my friends from people that just like to send me posts and stuff that they think is funny. And because usually, like, if I get a notification, like a little badge, a notification on Instagram, and if I have a DM, I'm thinking it's like something, business related, somebody responding to like an inquiry that I did before, and it's just like a ridiculous post. I'm like,
right.
so I've had to like I'll give people like just give me my number. I'd rather receive a text from that than nah, don't not on Instagram. Somewhere
We'll
else.
figure it out though. Like we'll figure it out. Like we'll figure out a way for our people to be able to really interact with us personally. It'll be a way like we'll even in some of our shows we'll allow people we'll probably drop the link in the comment section and we'll allow people to come in and call in, I guess, and say and give their opinions on things that we're talking about or ask us questions at the end of the show. We'll probably do that. We may even do it on interviews. It just depends on who the hell we interview
Bitch.
because
We're gonna try it when it's just the two of us. Because let me tell
yeah,
you something. We and this is me being dead ass. We've worked very hard to create a rapport and a safe space for our guests to come and talk about stuff in a non-confrontational way. Don't come up on this platform acting a fool, saying some ignorant shit.
right,
Okay, because one person, I don't even think the three strikes thing, because it's like when we fuck it with the guest, that makes us look bad.
right,
Okay, so one person try to fuck some shit up, never again.
definitely, I agree.
No
So
bullshit. We
on
worked
that note,
way too hard to build this shit up for y'all to tear this shit down with some dumb shit. I love y'all, but no.
exactly. Exactly. And on that note, we're definitely out of here. Let me get ready to go.
Bye.
And I'll see y'all next Thursday for our interview with Lil Kendra and Wayne DePayne. That's gonna be a great interview. Y'all better be in the building. And that's it.